Okay.
Live. Dear God.
Harry, we good?
Liam, you were...
Look, I mean, with
Yeah,
this
that's
is
fine.
going to be. Let's go.
Liam looks like he's sort of part of a, he looks like he's part of a hostage take.
Yes, we demand the release of. Okay. This does look. I'm in a cave somewhere.
Let's start with the.
Let's
start with
looking at that.
Hi, I'm a kidnapped DM. I've been brought here against my will to Dungeon Master for these 4 people. No, okay. Introductions. Hello, welcome to Dice Capital. Should be Crapital currently because everything's going wrong. One of our cameras is down, one of our microphones is down. We're going to do the best we can and figure this stuff out.
Not going to let it get us down though.
No.
Yeah, thanks. Good, Sam. Good for you.
Are we going to look directly at camera every time we make any kind of joke?
Oh, I certainly will.
I mean, I'm laughing through gritted teeth here, but yeah.
Of course.
We're going to play some Dungeons & Dragons. First things first, introductions. I'm Liam, Dungeon Master. Should we go around and say everyone's name and their character name?
Yeah.
Seb, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'm Seb and I'm playing Tumbleheart Baraka III, who is a...
Well, should we leave that for later, or just
who
do names?
is a character.
Yes.
What a character.
I'm Harry. I'm playing Stev. I'm also the tech guy. I'm really sorry.
He's not for very long, don't worry. We'll be getting rid of Harry soon.
And this is Harry's first and last session.
Yeah. I've just realised the camera is way too high for Seb and Harry. Oh well. Sorry guys, just keep your back straight. Anyway, sorry, Sam.
I'm Sam, and I'm playing Tetsu.
And Shannon.
That is my name. I'm Shannon. I'm playing Hibabus and I'm nervous.
Okay, yeah, I mean, we're all very nervous. Well, I don't know, actually, I don't know. I'm nervous, Shannon's nervous, Harry is, beyond nervous at this point.
I'm really glad the camera's so shit that you can't see the growing sweat patches.
So you always wear a jumper.
Yeah, I mean, things are already going wrong, but it'll be fun. We're figuring things out as we go, aren't we?
Yeah.
So, first things first, we're going to play Dungeons & Dragons in a setting called Eaters of the Earth. It's based on a video game, Caves of Cud, made by Freehold Games. Thank you to them first and foremost for giving us permission to use their setting. That's about the long and short of it. Anything the group wants to say before we get into things?
I'm buzzing.
Happy birthday, Molly.
Oh,
Let's go.
yes.
Happy
Molly.
birthday,
Shout
Molly.
out. Okay.
Did you say happy Molly?
Happy Molly.
No one knows.
None of us have any idea. Shannon, presumably, knows.
I've never met her.
Or it's just a real shot in the dark.
Shannon's giving tribute to
There'll be
her
more.
crippling addiction to MDMA. Anyway, shall we begin?
Yes.
Okay. See if this music works.
This would be the cherry.
Hey!
Here we go, baby.
Okay. In 1,000 different tongues, the same story is told, that gods once walked the earth. They that seized the lightning and split the mountain, who chewed through salty soil to raise chrome cathedrals in the sun and acropolises in the dark, and wrought wonders therein, those sacred halls. They are known by many different names, but there is one title known to all, the Eaters of the Earth. Their domain was absolute, until one day, suddenly, they skipped away, and now the soil is walked by lesser folk such as yourselves. Within this abandoned world lies Cud, the sacred jungle, a bowl of lush green caught between the great salt desert Mograyi to the west and the impenetrable maze of red mountains to the east. From all 4 corners of the world they come to Cud, adventurers and artificers, bandits and water barons, merchants and mercenaries. All gather here in pursuit of something, for Cud is a place closer to the old gods than most. Here, their eroded architecture ascends at many points across the jungle, casting off mangrove and vine like unwanted clothing. On the eastern banks of the jungle, these abandoned churches rise like a great wave of chrome to form a great corpse city, known to the jungle natives of the Deathlands. Even plants know not to trespass here. Instead, it dresses itself in a perennial glowing mist. In the west, famed ruins such as Bethesda Susa and Golgotha lurk somewhere beneath the canopy, waiting to swallow the intrepid. And in the north, the Spindle rises to pierce the heavens, glittering gold in the nigh midday sun. A group of 5 travellers spy the weathered peaks of these ancient halls and that thin thread of gold from beyond and over the hills and valleys of the canyons they travel alongside. They are in the north of Joppa, the salt marsh that resides in the southern western periphery of Cud. Here, muddy farmers toil in salty soil to grow water vine, star apples, and other produce beside. Abundance has come to the marsh in recent years, as the Water Baron Einod has come to share the fresh water her father once hoarded. They say that beneath Red Rock, the sandstone monolith which is the barony's seat, a river of saltless water runs eternally. Through the aid of a council of wizards, Einod's father tapped that river, and through the aid of a council of wizards, Einod usurped her father for his miserly cruelty. With Einod now controlling the water, irrigation is expanded. Where once was one village, from which the salt marsh gets its name, now several hamlets pepper the landscape, surrounded by verdant farm plots. This group heads to one such hamlet now, by the name of Shem, upon an ancient road resurrected by the footfall of merchants who, now again, brave the desert to trade wares in Cud. This group's attire stands in stark contrast to the Joplin farmers, who often forsake clothing entirely in this sweltering heat. Two of them wear a sparse uniform of bronze, with a pointed helmet, a short leather cape studded with bronze discs, and a similarly studded skirt of leather strips. It is the armour of Einod's guards. Each has a khopesh slung in their belt. Besides them walks two humans and a dog. Shannon, would you like to describe the appearance of your character?
Sure. Baby's is a woman, about 5'6". It's important.
No, sorry, I like that you specified height. Good for you.
I'm
But
sure.
only
I like-
about.
Yeah.
There's debate on the subject.
Yeah.
She hasn't got very good rulers. She's doing with 30cm ones, and she just has to stack them. So.
Yes.
Rulers haven't been invented yet, so they kind of have to,
They
be
eat
tolerant.
our
She has icy blonde hair to her shoulders, blue eyes, but the thing that draws your eyes the most is a tattoo of a tree in grey ink that spreads up her forehead, bearable leaves. She wears gloves, and even though she's covered in a bit of sand and grime, it's pretty clear from her hair and her skin that she's lived a life of luxury. She hasn't wanted for food or water. She's a fancy gal.
Good teeth.
Good teeth. She has
Yeah.
every single one of them.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And
Like
no
fancy.
visible mutations that you can see either. Yeah, it is.
Harry, what does Steph look like? And his dog?
Stev is 6 inches shorter than
Hababus.
Hababus.
Yeah.
Bis.
But
Hababus. He's pretty short. He's he's in his mid-30s, but he looks quite a lot older than that. He's got greying hair. His head is almost perfectly spherical.
Oh no.
Think like Carl Pilkington in the Rick and Morty podcast.
Carl Pilkington, if he was a mutant survivor.
Yeah. And he's
So far removed.
made some effort to cut his hair, but clearly with a rock or some piece of metal. So it's sort of uniform length all around his head, including his beard and moustache. But it's sort of tufts and disgusting, and it's greying. And other than that, he's wearing a sort of leather loincloth that he's clearly torn parts off as, to try and deal with the increasing heat. Sort of in contrast, next to him is just the most beautiful dog you could ever imagine. It's somewhere between a husky and a Samoyed. Or a Samoyed? Samoyed.
I don't know.
It's pure white. It's about 2/3 as tall as him. And it's sort of, how horses trot?
Oh, like canter.
Yeah, it's moving like that, and it's constantly just sort of looking and then looking up to him, and then looking on and looking up to him. It's very, it's very, very aware. Whereas Stev is not so
Blissfully
aware.
aware.
He has the look of an idiot about him, and he sort of just stares glassy-eyed ahead as he walks with his hands barely swinging by
I will
his
say
side.
you do have a passive perception of 18, which means you are the most sharp person of anyone here.
He's
His eyes are glassy, but every other sense is attuned like a
he knows what's
razor.
going on. He doesn't understand.
He's like Daredevil, right? Like eyes
Yeah.
picking up everything else.
Yeah, right. No, yeah, he's a lot like that.
Okay.
Philosophically
Who's your
unaware.
muse, along with Carl Pilkington, for this character?
If Carl the love child of Carl Pilkington and Daredevil.
Yeah.
With the dog.
With the dog. The dog is
very important.
incredibly important.
Anyway, your companions are named Sweet and Alba, who between them support a stick bearing a strange corpse. Babus, you were called to Red Rock at Einod's behest to lead an expedition to just beyond the north of Jutland to the pig farm of Atub. Once a great warrior, Atub retired to fatten pigs in the canyon's shadow. A delivery of swine was expected by Einod some weeks ago, and there are fears that Atub has fallen victim to some valley predator or bandit. Stev,
I love swine. Sorry. keep going.
Okay, well, let's not get into character backstory yet. Instead, having finally made your way to Card a few weeks prior, you found yourself fearful of approaching the locals of this holy land, and you're lurking at village fringes in spite of fear from them. They worried you were a raider, and soon Enod's lackeys caught you and dragged you to Red Rock. That was perhaps a week ago that you had a chance to speak with them. You've socially acclimated somewhat, and they, realising that you're not a threat, have released you, and Einod, the Water Baron, has offered you work in investigating Atub's pig farm under her babes' command. In exchange for this, she offers pointing you to a wise man who may be able to help you in your journey. What you found at the farm, however, was much more alarming than the work of some beast or raider. Atub has vanished, his dogs slaughtered. Something strange and sickening has happened to the pigs. You first thought they were logs when you saw them dotting around Atub's fields. Each one of them has been mummified, as if the life had been sucked from their flesh and bones. Uncertain of what to do, Sweet has suggested your group take one of the remnants to Lucky, a local witch skilled in medicine, who lives in a hill at the periphery of Shem. Are you talking about anything, or are you travelling in silence?
I'm asking Sarah about his life.
I'm not replying.
Okay.
I mean, go on.
What are you
ask a question
saying?
then.
What are you saying?
Where'd you find the dogs, Sarah?
Woods,
How long have you been travelling with your dog?
sometime.
What's your dog's name?
Dog. It is actually his name, I'm not bullshitting you, I'm sorry, he's just called Dog. Yeah, the dog's name is Dog.
Normally you give them names, you're not called human.
At this point I can't really tell whether I want to look at the dog less, or the like annoying one next to me less.
Okay.
It's also taller than
So,
me.
well, that's good because you're just staring glassy-eyed ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, if that's the limit of your conversation,
That was pretty good, honestly. I think like that's as good as he does, really.
fair enough. You happen to pick up that the dog is a little agitated. Something seems to be throwing him off. You've been with him long enough to pick up those kind of cues. He keeps looking off into the distance, kind of to the east, more or less. So the way you're going along, kind of that direction. But although you can tell it's apprehensive about travelling with you, doesn't seem to be stopping at least.
I don't care. The dog can be concerned about whatever the fuck it wants. I'm just walking ahead.
Okay, you don't give a shit about
No,
it.
I don't care.
Fair enough.
I do not care.
Absolutely, fine. You continue your journey to
Can
Shem.
I not tell the dog's a bit nervous?
Give me an animal handling check.
Okie dokie.
First check of the game.
Hey!
9.
Not great.
No!
No. You just think this dog is just like kind of keen and just keeps looking around.
Okay. Well, good boy.
Harry, you're playing the dog. You've got to tell me how it reacts.
Woof. No, it doesn't work.
It's not that's a middle class dog.
It doesn't. I'm sorry, it doesn't work.
Woof.
It's just gonna like look
Bow
up
wow.
at you for about like half a second and just look back with an air of knowing that it's just superior to you in every way,
Yikes.
and then just trot on. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna get read by a dog, man.
I feel a little bit put on my pants, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Actually, can you tell me the passive perception of your dog?
I don't know what the passive perception. I think it's like
turn the
it's
page.
18,
Turn the
isn't
page
it?
and have a look at the dog's stance.
What's
his perception
Plus
like?
5. So
Oh,
that's.
so you've actually got a better passive perception of the
I
dog.
haven't got better passive perception, but yeah, okay, fine. Yeah,
You're like Daredevil.
yeah, okay, fine.
Cross with Carl Pilkington and a dog.
Okay, so while you're trying to ignore the dog, just by being keen-eyed, you do end up picking up what you think, or at least you don't know if this is what agitating the dog, but you think you kind of spy something irregular. At first, you think it's perhaps like a little, sunspot on your eye, and you've caught the light. It's briefly like kind of holding that mark, and then you kind of look over and squint. You think briefly you might see some kind of small dot. You can't quite make out what it is, but kind of just floating above the hills near Shem.
How far away?
Distance. Fairly far off. I mean, you'll get to Shem in perhaps an hour. You think maybe?
What's that dot, dog?
Woof.
The dog kind of looks to you and kind of, you can tell it's kind of slowing down and wanting to stop and kind of isn't doing anything but slowly it's kind of baring its teeth. It's a bit nervous.
I sort of roughly shove at the sort of halfway up you that I can reach because you're so tall.
Massive.
And say, dog wants to stop.
We have to keep going.
No, the dog wants to. You should do what the dog says.
You're its owner.
No, he's smart, he's clever, he's a smart dog.
Aww.
Sweet speaks up. Why are you letting the dog decide for you?
Look at the dog.
It's a very nice dog, but we should keep going.
I'd like the dog to cast Cause Fear.
Are you sure? Because that's fairly extreme a response.
Like the dog to cast Cause
Let's think of it.
Fear.
Okay, Harry.
Can it gently cast Cause?
To be clear, you cannot gently cast Cause.
Can I cause mild
This is
trepidation?
overwhelming someone with
Can it
abject
look
terror.
scarily at Sweet?
Yeah, you don't have to cast
That'd be
Cause Fear. It's a big dog.
But in a somewhat magic way.
No.
Okay, fine. The dog looks scarily at Sweet. Can it try and intimidate him?
It
By
can-
not a growl, but just
have the
a stare.
dog give me an intimidation check.
Here we go. Second roll of the game.
Okay, announce everything.
I don't know what my dog
Olay!
its charisma is 6.
Yeah.
Like 6 sessions, we're like,
So what's that?
344th
Minus
roll of the game.
Yeah.
Ooh.
10.
10.
Okay.
He kind of looks at the dog and goes, "Are you not going to control your dog?"
Fucking hell.
Come on. And kind of, he's trying to keep going, so he's kind of, like not.
Can I
not
work
going to
out
kick it, but like.
what,
pulling his leg
what's the
out.
dog thinking? What do I think it's interested in?
It thinks it's threatened. It doesn't know it, but it thinks it maybe.
I think you should get your sword out.
What are we even stopping for?
I'm going to point out the dot.
Okay, so when you go back to point it out, you notice that it's gone.
The dog's gone.
No,
The
the
dog.
dot is gone.
The dog's gone.
Okay, sorry.
The dog is gone!
It's very possible the dog was playing tricks on me. I'm going to tell them all that. It's very possible that the dog was playing tricks on me.
Why is he with us?
I think I was told that he is perhaps a skid with a bow.
Okay. Let's just keep going.
Let's just go. Let's fucking go. Let's go.
Steph
I
saying
stare at the dog,
The dog kind of looks back
furious
to you
that
and
it
just
has
looks
pulled
ahead.
this trick on me.
Okay. Right. You continue, as I said before, your journey to Shem. We now move elsewhere to the village jumper for which the salt marsh gets its name. A particularly strange character has just arrived on the edge of town, inconspicuous amongst the brine-stalk and water vine. Seb, do you want to describe your character?
Yeah, I'm like about a 4-foot bundle of vines coming out of an urn, and at the top of that urn is a little sort of, still can't remember the technical term of this thing.
Frond, I think.
A plant flap.
Yeah.
And then from whence I speak.
So the plant forms a bell and with a frond over it.
Yeah, with a frond over it. And I am.
It's like a Venus flytrap sort of
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah, that sort of thing. So I'm sort of like that wrapped up in a whole bunch of vines that sort of just undulates its way across the floor. The vines themselves are wrapped in what can only be described as plant plate mail. So like the plate mail that's been adapted to like fit around individual vines, sort of in separated plates, and sort of at what might be the back of this bundle of vines is more vines that look like they're making some sort of little backpacky type thing.
Cool. How thick are your vines?
It really depends on the vine.
Okay. Alright.
Why did you just wink at the camera?
I don't know.
What is the thickest vine?
Let's not get into this.
I'm interested. It's important.
Okay,
Well,
fine.
well,
Like spine, right?
I think the well, I don't need a spine. I don't. Goodness sake, man.
Get it together.
I don't know.
Walk away from
I
this table.
think maybe the thickest vines are like that,
Alright.
Alright.
and then like right down to kind of little thin boys.
And most of them are kind of like this, and
Yeah.
they're functional as limbs essentially.
Yeah.
Are they like dry or are they fleshy?
It's a plant.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Percy's the lead
They're
flag.
certainly not. They're certainly not dry, but they don't. Also, definitely not fleshy.
Okay.
Because why would I allow such base fleshy
Please
appendages on
stop
my
saying fleshy.
So I would
With
say,
respect
like one could describe them as like virile vines.
Oh god.
Okay, yeah.
full of sap.
That's hot.
Do you want to mention some of your equipment as well? Sword and shield.
Yeah, currently out of this little backpack, he's holding a long sword wrapped around with one vine wrapped around it, and a shield also. And then just occasionally for fun, like you see an axe will appear as he's undulating across the floor.
These are arms made from steel, which is very rare. Bronze, of course, was the metal that people you were with could use. Anyway, you've come to Joppa, hearing word that the Water Baron Einod is host to a blind swordsman of some renown.
Yes.
Said to hail from the Salt Desert, even. Everything right, Harry?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been close to a decade since you last came to Joppa, and you know how the village has grown significantly. There's perhaps as many as 60 people in this village
Whoa!
now. I know. You don't recall fleshlings breeding this quickly, usually.
No.
You wonder what's going on.
Fleshlings are notoriously slow.
Yes. Anyway, seeking word on this blind swordsman, you've come to Joppa to talk to Warden Futher first. The bird man who, as per his oath to the wardens, guards Joppa with his life. You do sense him now reclined in a nearby mangrove tree at rest.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I will undulate my way towards the reclining birdman.
Farmers who notice you don't really give you any trouble, although you do notice a kind of rather gnarled and callous old man just kind of sits there and slowly whittles a piece of wood, and you can't quite tell if his face is just kind of like, or is there
That's
at
such a
you.
rude thing to do in front of a plant person. Could be whittling my cousin.
True. Slay him.
Hi, Slay.
You approach the tree. You can just see a single, kind of slightly scaled foot hanging loose from it. But you detect that Futher senses you and quickly kind of jumps out of the tree and stands in front of you.
Do I
For a
know?
moment.
I know Futher.
You met Futher briefly once, basically, when you were here first meeting Yergoth.
First meeting. Oh, okay, I see.
So,
When I
to
was
describe
training.
Futher, as he begins to take a few steps towards you, there's a ching, ching. You notice that he has metal hooks attached to his scaly feet, and under a blue painted hat, you notice there's you can kind of sense there's a deep tract of pink scar tissue that runs all the way down to his beak, which is kind of slightly shattered at the side.
Ooh.
And you can sense around his waist, he holsters the heretic's weapon, the gun. Do you say anything?
Futher! It's been a very long time.
I know you, don't I?
I would say
You're
so.
the plan who wanted to swing a sword.
I am the man who can swing a sword, and I swing my sword. And then an axe for good measure.
You just at him or just
No,
like,
no. Just do a little flourish.
behead the old man, Nick?
It's the one who was whittling the wood. Whoops!
What brings you to these parts?
I've heard tell of a blind swordsman.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Not here on warden business.
No, not here on warden business. Just here to record the techniques of someone who can fight blind. I say, being a blind plant myself.
Okay, well, he looks round to Red Rock, which Joppa, the town, is kind of in the shadow of. Says, I don't think you're going to be lucky in getting an audience with the warden, Barrett, just on your own. So,
Why not?
from these parts, you interested? Tell you what, though. You do me a favour, I'll do you a kindness. I'll take you up there and show you. Let you in.
What's the favour?
Little something. You're so good at swinging that sword, you could head north to Shem and take it out on my apprentice who recently went up there. She's got a keen eye, but I ain't sure she's too good at fighting. Gotta test her against someone other than myself for once.
So you want me to go beat up your apprentice?
Just general,
Gently beat up your apprentice with my sword.
pretty much.
Okay,
Not being
absolutely.
tough, but listen, I don't want you, just jump at her. So he kind of reaches aside and pulls out. You don't really recognise this, but it's essentially a brass cylinder that a small kind of bead of metal has been set into, and he flips it to you. Which one of you might just grabs? Show her this. She'll trust that I sent you.
Yeah.
I do want that back though.
Sort of
God.
slithers inside to goodness knows where. Well, that sounds where the plot is. So.
That's a little on the nose, but it's maybe a better commentary.
And I'll stop. Where is this town, Shem?
You just want to head northwise.
Sort of rotate north and
Northwise.
undulate away.
Okay.
I'll see you very soon, and then maybe we can test one another against one another.
I am your good number, bit on my apprentice, absolutely.
Here we go.
There's some sexual tension in that. That last
We
bit.
gotta make out.
You want to see where these vines can go?
Oh God.
Virile.
Anyway, back to Hevabus, Stev, Alma, and Sweet. You've just made your way through humble Shem, and you're now on approach to Lucky's cave. You're right, Sam. You're wondering where you are in all this.
Okay.
Liam revealing that Sam's actually cut from the street.
Sam,
It is
hand in your
very
character sheet.
Just, yeah.
An unmistakable unease has come over Alma and Sweet, and traversing the overgrown and winding path between boulders and ponds to Lucky's Hillock, you suspect that everyone gives this furtive sorcerer a wide berth. Up ahead you see the cave mouth in the hillside, from which a thin trickle of smoke escapes, and the curious object that combines a seat with wheels is parked just inside. What are you doing?
Seat
You can
with
see
wheels.
that...
So a wheelchair, then, right?
Yeah, but like a
Okay.
chair is like
Okay, fair
innovative,
enough, fair enough.
innovative here. I mean,
Yeah.
stool is really the best that most people do.
Alright.
Wow. No, we didn't see it.
You can see that Alma and Sweet are increasingly trying to they have to walk in this direction, but they don't want to. I mean, you particularly can tell that. Are you doing anything?
Wait, how close to the cave are we?
I mean, you'll be there in less than a minute.
Can your dog smell anyone?
Don't want to ask, to be honest.
I look at the dog and I'm like, can you smell anyone that isn't us?
You're playing the dog. Stop looking at me.
Just deciding what mood the dog's in, right?
What vibe the dog's feeling?
Can we take a vote on that?
The dog is gonna sort of pad up to you and look at you and sort of, smile a little bit.
It's a dog.
Dogs can smile. Dogs can smile.
Okay, fine. Sorry.
It opens its mouth in an adorable manner.
I'll allow it.
and just sort of
Yes.
like briefly rolls over and then jumps back up and comes back to me.
Doesn't get muddy though. Amazing.
Just a dumb dog. Can't smell anyone. Sorry.
Can you smell anyone, Steph?
Can I smell anyone?
Make a perception check.
Oh, that's not
No,
great.
no,
That's
no.
11, I think.
You've got a huge perception mod though.
Yeah, I know. But it's only 6. No, it's not. It's 8. 12.
12.
No, 14. My maths is
14?
really shit.
Just if the you can smell just a little bit of fire, half perhaps, and you think it's definitely lived in the cave.
There's a fire.
I don't think you can tell how many people are in there. It's not. You haven't got radar levels of smell right now.
One 35-year-old woman.
Sweet.
Roughly 5'6".
Look in the cave.
I don't want to look at the cave. You are the leader of this expedition.
I want to take out my long sword and I'm like, I was in a cave.
I don't think we should kill this person.
I was in a cave.
Okay. Well, do you want to take this strange pig corpse?
You're not coming in with us.
I really don't want to go in this cave. It's a sorcerer. I mean, my grandmother says you will curse me if I spit at him.
Don't spit at him.
Well, have you never been talking and spit comes out your mouth? And my grandmother said he would come in at night and steal my toes.
Just don't speak then.
Okay. Can I just wait outside?
I think I'm going to wait here too.
Alma is also nervous. I'm also nervous.
You go in the cave.
Multi-rolls.
You go in the cave. Go in the cave.
Can I drag the pig
The
on
dog
my
can
own?
come with you.
Yeah, they just don't want to touch it.
Alright, I drag the pig corpse
Okay,
and
you
go in the
unbind
cave.
the stick and hold this. I mean, it's very light.
Oh, okay.
Because all of the meat and water has been sucked from its bones
great,
essentially.
okay.
So you're kind of holding basically like a large kind of piece of cardboard almost.
Woof. Not to do with the dog. That was more a reaction. But, sorry.
Me and the dehydrated pig and the dog go in the cave.
Okay, you enter into the cave.
Look.
Coming in, you see who you assume to be Lucky, seated on the floor, picking at a small half of the stick. A number of wooden pitons have been set into the mud walls of the cave, from which dangle a collection of strange objects. As your eyes adjust to the dark, you recognise the unmistakable crafts of the eaters. Strange cubes and discs of unknowable metals, black substance shaped to impossibly precise geometries, transparent materials like amber in every colour of the rainbow. This is either a trash heap or a treasure cove. The interior of the cave is cosy for Lucky and cramped for you. Having no legs, he needs not to stoop, as you do. Coming in further, he kind of just looks to you with quite large, watery eyes. And as your eyes adjust, you do notice that there is another person present. A bandaged figure sits upon a reed bed at the back of the cave. Sam, would you like to describe your character?
I'd love to. Tetsu.
He quickly introduces himself.
Bless you. He's very tall, with long gangly limbs. He's blue, dabba dee dabba die, with light orange hair that's dreaded and comes up and is tied up like this, almost looking like a candle. He has 4 eyes.
Let's get him away from the fire.
And small white. Yes, that's what I said. And he's also got a beard that's the same colour as his hair, like a light orange, looks like a sunset, and also like a ruff that comes around his neck like this, almost like a World War II fighter pilot jacket. It's pretty cool. He has a scar that runs down from his nostril to his lip from a time before.
Time when he was scarred.
Time when I was scarred. And I have 2 hands, one of them which is bandaged.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, sorry, I just want to make sure on that one.
In dried kelp. And I have a crude eye patch over my 2 left eyes.
Yeah, so this is a very strange looking human. You've never seen anyone like this before at
I'm not
all.
seeing.
The dog.
Oh yeah, you're outside.
The
Yeah,
dog's
I'm outside.
inside.
The dog is the dog come in?
Yeah, the dog.
Okay, well the dog sees this. The dog has never seen a person like this before. You of course recognise this person as a Hyutok. These are southern mountain people, of southern cut at least. We've met a couple of them in the past. Yeah. Lucky kind of looks to you, big watery eyes, doesn't say anything, just kind of waits for you to speak.
I look from this guy back to Lucky and I'm like, at least he looks better than the pig.
I don't understand this joke. Just kind of looks over to Tetsu like,
Just shrug.
he shrugs as well.
What's going on in the cave?
Don't come in, they don't have a sense of humour. This is a dehydrated pig.
He presents it in a very kind of matter-of-fact way. Sorry, let me just adjust for a second there. To be clear, you've never seen anyone mummified before. This just looks like a really fucked up kind of like version of a pig to you.
Okay, allow me
so
to-
going like dehydrated.
This is
like,
a fucked up pig.
That is one.
Okay, you got me. Okay, so presenting this without context or introduction.
Oh yeah.
So just long story short, is that they
The
walk
most
straight
charismatic
into
member of the
cave.
party comes in. This is a pig.
No, she told a joke first.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Sorry. Okay. So, as Lucky turns round from going to Tetsu, round to this dried pig that you laid for them, Lucky kind of immediately sees back, kind of on his feet, kind of pushes himself backwards, and begins to kind of slowly kind of reach out a hand to kind of prod at it and just kind of breaks a bit off, which kind of almost crumbles like dust in his hands. Just kind of expecting it for the time being. Is anyone saying anything?
I'm going to introduce myself. I'm going to say I've been sent by the Water Baron Einod.
Enod.
My good friend.
Your acquaintances, I mean.
My good acquaintance Enod. And I'm Hababus. And I'm really cool. Please tell me what's wrong with the pig.
Okay, you say it like that? Alright, great, that's committed.
Thank you.
Okay, you can kind of pick out that Lucky is just kind of starting to mumble over this thing and has kind of produced some kind of small tools. I mean, some of them are as crude as literally just kind of essentially splints that he's kind of poking this thing with. Kind of spills a drop of water on it at some point. Quite intensely focused. His eyes don't even flick up to you for a moment as you're introducing yourself. Do you just ignore the guy at the back, or?
He's not saying anything.
Fair enough.
Enough from watching him watching her and the dog. Sorry, with my two good eyes.
Cool.
Both on one side.
Yeah.
So, do you get really warped depth perception?
I don't
Why are you
know.
so far away?
We'll find out. To me, she's right in front of me. You've really
I'm
invaded
not
my
saying anything
personal
because to you
space.
she just came to like this close, like, oh my god.
Like, Jesus.
Okay.
Okay, wait, I want to say, maybe if you can help me with the pig, I can help you with your injured friend.
He just begins to kind of like strokes his chin and goes, "This can't be. I recognise this from when I was a child. And he visibly starts getting more and more distressed. Okay. I must make my way to Joppa may be in danger. Take this corpse to her immediately. Lucky needs an audience. I will soon follow, but I demand an audience. You understand?
I know the need for an audience, yes.
Take it and go, please.
I
Go!
I take the pig and I leave.
Okay, still stay there.
Does the dog understand? Leave?
What? Understand?
Are being told to leave?
Yeah.
The dog leaves.
The dog is smarter than you are.
Yeah, right. The dog
If you
leaves.
can understand
the dog
me.
leaves.
But less perceptive.
Discuss. Tetsu, we must go. Gather your things and take this and this, and he gives you a few things. You know what they are. And he kind of, as you put them on, most of them are kind of bound by a small kind of leather thong around his neck. He kind of reaches over and tucks them into your robe. Keep these out of sight. Understand? Cud draws a ruthless sort. Okay, a plunder would more easily kill you than barter for these things. You understand?
Where are you going to go?
We're going to go to Enid and talk. If this is what it could be, I'm afraid, my boy, your apprenticeship could be in the crucible of terrible conflict. But we must make haste. And he begins to kind of gather some of his things and just kind of starts picking himself about the cave while he readies himself. You've just left. What did he say?
He said he cursed you. Sorry.
No. I didn't even spit. I didn't spit at all. I did. Honestly, please.
He said you breathed too loud outside.
He didn't curse me.
No.
Okay, that's good. Dog, everything okay?
Oh,
Seems alright. Let's go.
You seem quite talkative. I think you should go back inside and question him.
No need. Dog knows what's going on.
You're weird.
Got a
Let's
rough
go back to the
understanding.
city. We need to get him an audience with the Water Baron.
Okay. I want to go away from the cave.
All right.
It's dark, it's scary. They curse you in there.
Yeah.
And
Let's
maybe
go.
you breathe too loud.
All right. We cut back now to Tumblepath. So you have tumbled your way
nice. Heartily.
to the edge of Shem, where someone you suspect might be Ulu receives you. You detect this faint nervousness in the grip of her bronze axe as she anticipates you coming to earshot, which leads you to think that through the spoke true, she is very keen eye, given she stands directly on the path you are on. Identify yourself, swords person.
Plot.
I don't
would
recognize your arms.
appreciate-
Where are you from?
I am from the consortium, and may I ask, are you Ulu?
Yes.
Excellent.
On
On guard!
So you don't show the body. All right, let's roll initiative.
Fourth roll of the game.
Let's get some. All right.
Olé!
Oh no.
6.
Okay. Well, that's fine. She's about as well. Alright. You're going first. You lunge forwards. What are you doing?
First.
Yes, you got a 5.
I would just also like to just have a general thing that I will attempt to do all of this non-lethally.
Good. Good.
From here on in. And also I'll probably stop before she's at the point of action.
Yeah, I mean, you
being
haven't told her
unconscious.
that you're only here to test.
No, I
resistance
know,
by
I
showing
know,
the
but
blood
you know,
rate.
this is Crucible of Fire, and people have got to learn.
We counting this as one roll or 2 rolls?
I will make 2
He's making
attacks.
2 attacks.
Yeah, I will slash at her twice with my sword.
Are you sword and shield or sword two-handed or?
I'm sword and shield. I'm sword and shield, but holy shit, I'm going to assume 2 misses.
Oh, good. What have you got?
9 and 8.
9 and 8. Yeah, you just swing wildly and she's just backpedaling quickly.
Oh god!
And you just cut through air.
Yeah.
Okay. She's going to swing back for you pretty much immediately. What's your AC?
My AC is 19.
Okay. So she swings the axe over. It's a fairly strong strike, but you just manage to deflect it with your shield.
I would like to use my sword's plantsmanship to riposte.
Oh fuck! Alright, yeah, she's gonna die.
So I would like to use my reaction and one of my superiority die
Sure. Go ahead.
to make an attack.
Go ahead.
17.
17. Okay, she's going to actually hold on. Is she going to? 17, you say?
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't parry. Okay, give me some damage.
So it'll be regular damage plus my superiority
Plus
die.
the D8, I believe it is.
Yeah, plus the d8. So that's 9, 12.
12 damage. Christ alive. Okay, so she swings, you block it down, and as she's kind of caught off guard, you jab out your sword, and it just cuts across her cheek, and she staggers back. Identify yourself.
Futher sent me, wants to test you out. And I'll just sort of flick the coin in the air.
Quite, it's a bullet.
But I'll flick the bullet in the air.
What just? Oh, you grab it. Okay, so you flick it into a swamp.
Shit.
She could have. Again. And she's going to charge back at you.
I think it's my turn.
It's your turn though.
So having done this, I'll make my 2 attacks on her again. Oh, that's better. 22 and 24.
Both.
Wait,
She can't parry either.
she's dead. Is she gonna die?
Well, if he does it lethally, it's up to him.
No, non-lethally.
Yeah, no, I know.
Non-lethally.
I know it's not lethal. Don't worry.
Can you do any attack non-lethally? If he's attacking
Well,
with a
no.
sword?
Like within, like if it's like I fire the Gatling gun non-lethally. that's pushing. Oh, it only hit all my non-vital points.
6 and 9, 15 total.
Fucking hell. All right. She's not looking great.
Is she looking really not great?
She's looking quite beaten up. Like you could probably knock her over with the next blow.
I will say, look, that's enough if you want to leave it there.
No, she's a bit pissed off.
Fair enough.
Swing for you.
Good point, well made.
Oh, what's your AC?
AC is 19, but I will use my reaction to parry.
Okay, she got a 21 and a 22.
So the 21 will miss, but the 22 will hit.
Okay, so she's kind of pissed off. She swings. You manage to swat the first one, but she just kind of basically shunts the axe into you, which does hit you at the core, and deals. You take 9 bludgeoning damage. As the thing hits you. Just kind of ripples through the armor. A few vines split slightly.
That's the spirit!
Come on! You're the 3rd fucking one I had to beat up.
Well, third time's a charm!
Yeah, probably.
Maybe not.
How many?
16 and 12.
16 and 12. Okay, the 12 will miss. 16, she'll parry. One of them just cuts her, she ducks, another one she manages to knock out the way. You do leave a nice little dent in her bronze axe though.
Nicely done, now you're getting into it.
Okay.
I love this plan, man.
Oh, no, I made a mistake. Sorry, she reckless attack, so you actually have advantage on reckless attacks.
Oh, okay.
So,
I'll roll. Okay, so one's 16 and the other one's 12. So the second one for the 16 is 25.
hits.
So she might not want to use her reaction to parry that.
Or 2. I just said it. Okay.
And the other one is less. So 1 hit.
1 hit. Okay. You want more damage?
Yeah. 11.
11. Okay. With that, as she shunts into you, she's kind of left herself open, and you just kind of hook the sword inside the beard of the axe and just basically swing it over, and she just kind of into the mud. Fuck! Kind of hits the ground around her.
You know, Ulu, you did well.
Don't patronise me.
I'm not patronizing you. Honestly, that was better than I expected. It would be a complete walkover. That was a solid hit.
Okay, and she just kind of begins to kind of pick herself up, quite bruised.
Okay, I'll extend a vine to help her up. Don't make me use my coil.
She gets up and begins to kind of dust herself off. Right. Just chill out the music at first.
Still seems very dramatic.
The music says I have to kill you now. So, you alright, Harry?
Yeah.
I get nervous every time he looks over at the stream.
I'm just nervously looking over at it, but it's fine.
Fair enough.
It's fine.
Fair enough.
What?
People say.
I don't think so.
Well, maybe.
Okay. As she's picking herself up, dusting herself off, you do begin to hear
What did they say?
people walking. Everything alright?
Yeah.
Down the path behind you, and she does look around, and you kind of sense Babus, Stev, the dog, Sweet, and Alma coming your way. Seem to have a certain amount of spring to their step. At the same time, Tetsu and Lucky have emerged from the cave. Lucky has basically put into kind of a leather purse a few things which he just kind of keeps in his lap and is moving his kind of wheelchair down this rocky slope, telling me these people think just clear a few stones. Everyone's scared of the wizard. So, can I have you make a perception check?
Okay. Here we go, baby. Let's roll the game. Where's my perception? Where's my perception? 17.
17. Okay.
And does that include? Well, no, because I'm wearing an eye patch, isn't it? So four-eyed. Does four-eyed work if I'm wearing an eye patch?
It's only so I mean, four-eyed is your passive perception. So
Okay,
it's because basically you've got one eye here, two eyes here, and then two eyes here.
Yes.
You have better peripheral vision, which
Right.
applies a bonus to your passive perception, and you can notice things in the periphery more easily than someone else can.
Cool.
Does he have eyebrows over the other side?
He's got one set of eyebrows over, so it's like that, and then that, and then that.
Nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
Great.
Lucky, you notice, just kind of stops, and you almost bump into him and kind of look up and see what he's looking at, and you see in the distance 3 figures just floating in the air northwards of Shem, barely in a triangle formation. And you also notice down that in the farm some farmers have taken notice. You can't tell what they say, but a few of them shout out and point upwards. And you squint, and you think you see the topmost one raise an arm and then just bring it down. And then suddenly, the sky is roaring and a ball of red light screams downwards into Shem's heart. Before you can think, everything goes white. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
All of it.
Hello.
Don't do.
Let's dexterity.
Wow, that was surprisingly agile plant today. 17.
21.
11.
3.
21, 23.
11.
No, I'm 23, he's 21.
I hope this music comes through clearly on the stream, because it's just going to sound terrible otherwise.
Oh, all the audio's been muted for the last half an hour.
Hey!
It's not, I hope.
Alright, you got 12.
11.
11, you got...
23.
Did you roll for the dog?
I did not roll for the dog.
Gotta do that
What
one.
what is the dog's saving throw?
It's got good. I think it's +5 to dex.
Yeah, so that's +2 on saving throws, right?
No,
Is
it's
that-
+5.
Okay.
It adds your proficiency to every saving throw it makes.
But that makes it a 10 only.
Ooh. Okay, let's roll some dice. Oh, I've got to roll for Sweet and Alma. Oh, they did quite well, except for Alma.
Oh yeah, screen. I forgot about that.
Okay. Oh well, that's not too bad for you guys.
Someone on the stream has suggested that in future dice cam would be nice, and if they knew the difficulty I had setting up these cameras, they know that's a bad fucking question to ask. I mean, we'll look into it.
No, that would be
nice.
really cool. We don't have dice trays, and also we only have 2 functional cameras and a computer cam right now. We will get better.
We promise. Who said it? So we can find
Yeah,
it.
so we can find them.
Not sure, but someone.
Well, that's fine.
But we appreciate your feedback.
Sorry,
Like and
I'm really bad at
subscribe.
maths. Okay,
We'll
well,
work on it.
this isn't too bad. This isn't too
Can you
bad.
like and
Right.
Something on Twitch.
You
Watch
and
the
the dog take 15 fire damage.
Holy
What even say
shit!
50?
Yeah.
Or shared between
No, each.
me and the dog.
No.
No,
me
the
and
dog
the dog.
and Hababus.
Hababus and
You're
the
taking
dog.
7.
Okay.
So,
It's ludicrous. The dog does not have that much HP.
No.
if the dog dies on the first one, man, we're screwed.
Well, although that is more or less what kickstarted the John Wick franchise, so who knows?
And now we're on number 3, so
3 movies in a series.
If the dog dies in the first episode, you'd really be screwing the poo.
that's good. That's
good,
good.
that's good.
That's a good
That
one.
is
I didn't
good
laugh because
That
I
is
was thinking about how
Quality
good that was.
content.
Okay. Right. A few things happen now. Tumbleheart.
Yeah.
You feel the splatter on your vine before you sense anything else.
Ew.
The body of Ulu next to you falls, spluttering. You notice, or you can sense, a sliver of chrome embedded in her throat.
I will tend to yank out the sliver of chrome and then immediately sort of puncture
Puncture another hole.
no. and then
Yes! Aha!
attempt to just wrap it with a coil and put a little bit of pressure on, not enough to choke.
Give me the fucking medicine check of your life.
Yeah.
Given you just reduce her to 2 hit points.
All right.
And she just took
I will
15
take
damage.
no blame for it. 14.
14. No, I don't think you know enough about medicine to be able to.
I just plug the hole.
I mean, you may not even know that throats exist, to be honest.
Oh god, all this flesh!
Oh, they breathe out their mouths, and where does it go?
So much flesh.
That's what happens to you. That's fun. Hababus, Stev, dog, Alma and Sweet, you are immediately kind of just blasted back. Those of you with keen senses kind of picking up kind of dive just before the blast hits, so you're reduced in terms of the harm you suffer.
I'm too busy thinking about my failed joke in the cave to notice this.
Also, did I also take 9 damage?
Did you not take damage?
No, I forgot to put it
Oh.
on. What kind of damage is it?
Fire.
Oh, so I double it.
Yeah, well, this is the thing, right? So what did you get?
I got 17.
17. Okay, so you pass the DC, so it's halved to
Thanks.
7, and then it's doubled to 14.
Okay, cool. Sorry, forgot to put it on. Great.
Yeah, so you're like, ah, God! It's
Oh,
just,
good.
you know, some of your leaves are damaged by fire.
I don't have leaves, I just have vines.
Leafy vines.
Just vines.
No leaves. Okay.
No leaf. No, I do need to photosynthesize sometimes.
Yeah.
One big leaf,
Right.
like a solar panel.
Tetsu.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Far closer to the blast, you only had time to begin to flinch. You open your eyes and recoil as you see a spear of chrome suspended in the air just a few inches from you. It's held within a cone of ethereal blue force, and looking further you can see that this strange wall of hexagons formed of the same energy has appeared in front of you and Lucky, and has caught a shower of this shrapnel, turning it into a spiked wall, and Lucky beneath you.
Oh, that's not very lucky.
No, you took my joke! Sorry, it's fine.
Looking down, you see that the impact has been mitigated, so none of these things have reached you, and some of them in front of you would have just taken your head clean off, but Lucky, not so lucky.
Lucky
Some of them have extended into his gut and chest, and you can see that red begins to stain
Is there
the
anything?
leather shirt he
Is
wears.
there anything I can do?
Pull it out. The casual.
If only I had vines! Up to you, you know.
What do I do, Lucky? What do I do?
And you kind of see that holding in his hand is a chrome hexagon made of 6 triangles, which you can notice this kind of blue energy kind of disappears from as he's clutching it, and the wall of hexagons just, and these pieces just ding.
Oh, thank God.
They don't
Continue there.
back to the ground
Goes down
around you. He can barely speaking. You notice his teeth can just get stained red, but he just kind of holds it up to your hand and just kind of closes it over.
Oh my God. Are the 3 figures still around?
Well, there is a rip in the air, and suddenly these 3 figures are standing in the centre of blasted Shem, surrounded by shredded and punctured huts, crops, and people. 2 of them are kneeling, while the other is floating just a few metres off the ground. This one begins to drift slowly higher, and the 2 ones kneeling suddenly spring to life and begin to look around. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh my!
Oh man, I've been mullered already. I'm on less than half.
Right, there it is, thank you.
I roll initiative for the dog as well, don't I?
You've got to roll for the dog as well, it's a separate one.
Would this be a time to take a bite of a quite crunchy bar?
Power up.
13.
What is the dog's initiative?
It's its dexterity modifier, so +2.
Okay.
Right, I've got to roll for a few of these people.
Here's the music. Here comes the
Can I
boom.
preemptively use an inspiration that you will give me one day?
What?
Are we using inspiration in these ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just not
Yeah,
very
I mean,
inspiring.
look, I don't think going into like the cave of the mystic sorcerer and going.
Okay, yeah, I didn't do the greatest role
I wasn't
playing,
that inspired, I'll be honest. But you know, you're doing great, Shannon. You'll get inspiration one day. Don't worry.
Fucking vicious.
Thermal would make
I
a
wasn't
good
actually being
Shannon.
sarcastic there, by the way. I want to be clear.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
All
Anyone
right.
want some pop mac before we get
Pop
burned
back.
to death?
What have we got for initiative? 20 and above?
Is
No.
mine.
15 to 20?
18.
Just for Seb.
Nah, it's just for Steph.
God, you're all going to die.
Yeah.
15 to 10?
Yeah.
I can't. 10.
Yeah, sorry, it was
13.
because I was mid crunchy bar.
Okay.
Dog got 11.
I got a roll for one for. Oh, nice, very
No,
nice.
you've got sweet. You don't want this.
Again, sponsored by.
Sponsored by pop mac.
No, don't, we're not sponsored by.
Oh no, we're not.
No, Jesus Christ, we are not sponsored by.
But if Hotman wants to sponsor us,
Oh yeah.
we are accepting. Oh, I'm saying that's not what the camera is. We are accepting.
Other brands are available.
Let's not do that joke too much.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. 15
allowed.
15 to 10. Seb got 10. Dog got
11.
11. You got
13.
Okay.
I'm retiring that dice for now. We'll
I might be
Alright, and
retiring
then,
this whole character in a minute.
Oh, I got.
He gone bad.
I'm on 21 hit points.
That's Alma not doing so peachy.
Apologise in advance for not knowing the mechanics very well of this game.
I got to speak up a bit more than that, Seb.
What?
No,
It's
it's
not his
me.
name.
Sorry, Sam. Jesus Christ. Too many S names in this
I know.
group. Don't worry, we'll
You
get rid of
cast
them.
it.
Good point.
Mine doesn't count, it's a chef. It's different.
It is, it's a...
Okay, sorry, and Herbaceous is 5. Right.
I mean, she's about 23, but yeah.
Sorry?
It was an age joke. That was
Okay,
hilarious.
sorry. Steph, you pick yourself up and look over. Assumedly, or did you just pick yourself up and just keep walking?
I looked to see if the dog was doing any treachery.
You tell me if the dog's doing any treachery.
Doesn't look like it, but you never know.
Yeah, you never
Roll insight on the dog.
can't trust a dog, those famously trustworthy animals.
Man's
Is Steph just more of a cat man? Is that all this is?
He doesn't trust the
If
dog.
only you've got a cat. No, okay. So, looking over towards Shem, as I assume you do as you pick
Yes,
yourself
yeah.
up, you do see something rather strange. As a few of the farmers still clinging to life expire, something you see appears to almost be kind of shorn off of them, something ethereal, vaporous, kind of is kind of drawn from them, and you see kind of flows up into this floating figure. Who, looking up, you can see there's a kind of a terrible dark eminence from the eyes and mouth of this being as they kind of just drift in the air in a kind of unnatural pose. What are you doing?
I mean, I'm terrified of the fact that someone has to be stealing souls or some shit.
Water.
What can I... I really should have got that.
I mean, it might be souls.
Might be souls.
You don't know if
I'm
anyone
pretty
else
sure
sees it.
it's souls.
Yeah, fair enough.
How near is everyone, including all of us?
I would say you're 60 feet away from the epicenter where these three assailants are.
How far can I shoot an arrow? 60 feet at least, yeah.
I think it's 150.
Yeah.
You've got a longbow or short bow?
It's a short bow.
I don't know.
Well, I described it as a short bow.
Well, you can have a longbow, that's not a problem.
Yeah, but I want it to be a short bow.
Okay, it's inferior, but I believe a longbow's range is 60. I'll say it's 60 for now. While I look it up, but for now, it's 60. So they are within range, effective range.
I'm gonna take out the bow. I'm gonna take an arrow and go, "You're not stealing my soul," and then just like awkwardly shoot.
Okay, what are you shooting at? So there's these two figures who have kind of like jerked upwards, and this one floating in the air. You notice that the two figures who have got up, one of them kind of quite burly, portly form, but definitely kind of strong, even though there's some age to them, but it looks like a Joppen farmer. Quite round head, pronounced lower jaw, pronounced brown. The other one is a kind of paler skin, completely hairless, and it has 4 arms, but appears to be human otherwise.
Are they looking at me?
No, they're just kind of looking around right now.
And the floaty one?
They're not looking at anything, just
I'm gonna shoot at the fat one.
the fat one.
That'll
Sure.
be easier to hit.
Yeah. Fair enough.
What am I rolling? Just a regular
Attack roll,
attack.
yeah, regular attack roll. They're not beasts, so you don't get your damage back.
I just get +2 to attack rolls with range weapons though.
Yeah, you do get that.
So 21.
21 hits.
What is the damage of it? One sec, it says it here. Attack bonus. Oh no, it is a longbow.
Up next is Tetsu, after some bad guys.
And 1d8, where's the d8? I've got a d8, thanks.
Absolutely fine.
Oh dear. Oh no. 11.
11.
Nice.
11 damage.
8.
Plus 3.
Pretty good. That was a bad De Niro.
That was a really bad De Niro.
I didn't mean it to be De Niro.
That was De Niro doing an impression of Al Pacino doing an impression of De Niro.
Okay, so you fire this arrow and it just kind of sticks into them, and then they kind of like look towards you.
Shit.
That's you. Dead, so you can just call it character now. No. Right, the one you shot looks towards you and then just kind of slowly and then suddenly just breaks into a full fucking screech.
Oh, it's like Get Out!
There's a slight dip to one of his legs and you notice there is a wound to it, but he is almost upon you by the end of his sprint.
Amazing.
He
Fantastic.
dashed, so he's within 10 feet. Next is the other one, who kind of gets up, and you, those of you looking away, see this kind of amber substance begins to kind of form around their body, which begins to kind of harden and crystallize like a resin. And as they kind of slowly jerk towards one of these farmers crawling away, they just kind of grab them by the head, and the hand kind of breaks almost into a point, and they just kind of sever the head. You notice again this vapor kind of pulled off and sucked up by the flying one.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
That's them. Tetsu, it's your turn.
Oh, goodness me. Is there a lot of fire?
Not much fire. It was kind of like one of those explosions that sucks the oxygen, but there is a lot of chrome shrapnel that's blasted outwards.
Okay, alright then.
I mean, there's bits of fire around, but there's not like
Okay.
the place isn't on fire. I mean, because it's the salt marsh, it's incredibly like humid.
Yeah.
Fire doesn't persist very
All
long.
right, okay, no, that's fair
You
enough.
get a kind of dry, isolated place like His Cave.
How far away from them am I?
I will say you're 45 feet.
45 feet. So I could fire an arrow at them.
No, actually, I'll say 30 feet, sorry.
Okay. Arrows are 30 feet.
Oh yeah, I mean, you've got a longbow, right? So you can shoot arrows up to 150 feet effectively and 600... Actually, no. You're just fine up to 600 feet.
Great. So...
Or are you removing your eye patch or not? That's the question.
Yes.
Pull it off.
But really cool stuff. So I whip out.
Oh, like very anime.
Yeah, very anime. And I see the one running towards. I can't remember his name.
Stem.
I'm so sorry. And fire a
Such a recognisable name.
and fire a blasting arrow.
Okay. What's the radius of the blast or blasting arrow?
Oh shit! But I've done it. I can't go back. So,
Is it fire?
I have quite a lot of
Am I nearby?
I don't.
What? Just tell me what the range is. Like
10 feet.
Okay, so I would say he's just beyond what you think the effective range is of this thing. The plant.
Who is vulnerable to fire?
I will say the plant is just out of range as well. Just,
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's-
Also, am I aware that he's a living?
plant. Yeah. You've met Phytans.
Okay, cool. So I'm just like
We exist.
You'd have met maybe one or two plant people.
Okay,
Poking
throughout
around,
my
or you
time.
at least have heard of them.
Okay, right. I'm going blasting arrow, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. Going towards the one running towards Steph.
All right, give me an attack
It's
roll.
a crit fail. It's
Attack
going
roll.
to hit you.
Yeah, if it's a crit foul, this might go badly.
Good boy. Oh, attack. Oh, good lord. Where is that? Help me.
So it's an attack roll.
It's longbow. Yeah, he's making a longbow attack.
Plus 3.
So
No,
It's
you've got it figured out in your attack thing.
Plus 7.
Oh, great. But plus 7, so
18.
is that 18?
18 definitely hits.
Yeah, baby. So then I have 2d6 fire damage.
Okay. So it's 2d6 and it's plus the longbow damage, so it's also a 1d8,
Okay.
I believe.
There you go. This is it. 8 hitting damage
Piercing.
8 hitting damage.
and 6. That's 5 and 1 for
Okay.
plus 4. Oh, plus 4.
Yeah.
10.
In total.
18 in
18
total.
in total.
18 damage in total.
No, so piercing damage 8 and then extra damage.
Just tell me the whole damage. He's not.
18.
Okay, great. Sorry. Okay. All right. So you fight the thing, and you see this guy just walking straight towards you. Suddenly, there's an explosion. Kind of scorches your hair almost, and then kind of this figure stumbles and comes through. But there is like a chunk of flesh has just been kind of shorn off of their face now. You can see their teeth from within, but they do not seem phased at all. And there is a weaker but similar kind of dark eminence from the mouth and eyes of this person. That's you, unless you want to move as well.
No, I'm fine where I am.
Okay.
Stood-
Can you add hexagon medallion to your inventory as well? Because you don't know what it does yet.
Cool. I was going to ask that. Yeah, I'm staying by Lucky. My lucky charm.
Okay.
I think it'd be his own lucky charm.
Hexagonal what? Sorry.
Hexagonal charm.
Charm.
Hexagonal medallion. Sorry.
Medallion.
Whatever. I mean, it's the same.
Yeah, no, I know.
I mean, yeah.
Expedient to say.
Right. Alma's turn.
Go
What are
on.
you going to do? Do you run away?
Fight him!
Just kind of pulls his kapesh out and
He's gonna die.
fuck me. Yeah, he runs forward and swings with the kapesh, and this guy just grabs the fucking thing and just kind of tosses it to the side. Dog's turn.
The dog's going to save us all.
Are you keeping track of the dog's hit points, by the way? 'Cause it just
Yes, I am.
Cool.
It doesn't have very many left. There's a certain amount of that. It's going to give a little bite to the one near me. The dog is by my side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the dog's by my side.
Ooh.
It's gonna just snap at the ankle.
Oh,
Okay.
weak ankle. Weak
Yeah. The weak
Okay. Do you
ankle.
want to give me an attack roll then?
Plus 5 to hit. Oh, Jesus Christ. 8 plus 5, 13.
Hits.
2d4.
This guy's wearing nothing but like nothing. He's completely naked. So
Does it count as a creature?
he's a humanoid.
So nice.
So yes.
A creature.
Yeah, he's a creature. Yeah, you can knock him over with your dog.
Saving throw, please.
He's
DC 13 strength.
easily passes. Like the dog bites into him, he doesn't even blink. I mean, you can't see if he blinks because you can see this dark kind of vaporous
Can I
vaporous
get
in the
a
eyes.
couple of D4s?
Yeah.
Sorry, I got 2. It's just 2. 6, 7, 8. Does 8 damage.
8 damage. Very nice.
The one at the top, the 3.
So bad at maths.
All three of them round.
Okay, it bites into his leg. I mean, it sinks into flesh, and he is not phased at all. The dog kind of tries to pull, and it's like the dog's trying to pull like a metal post or something.
Can I do the thing that's like, "Arr!" and it's just trying to pull it leg back?
Yeah. But it's it's pulling the rope that's tied to like a wall or something. How dogs be.
Dog.
Sweet's turn. He runs forward with Alma and hits.
Yeah.
Yes, sweet. That was a sweet hit. It's the best I could do on short notice.
Fair enough. And he does 3 damage. He sinks this thing into this person in front of you, and the blade sinks maybe an inch and just meets some kind of unnatural resistance. That's him. I can't read my own writing. It's because I've written Seb rather than Tumbleheart.
No.
It's your turn.
I will. I will run up, interposing myself between Steph and this
You leap into the
zombie-esque
fray
thing.
with Alma and Sweet alongside you.
Don't know what you are, but down you go.
Thanks, plant.
You've really mastered the plant voice.
Thank you. I really think I've got the essence of plant.
Definitely.
That'll be an 18 and a 12. Sorry, 24 and a 12.
24 and a 12. Both hits.
Sweet. 14, 20 damage.
Fucking. Sorry, excuse my French. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, you slice into this thing, and his kind of gut begins to open up almost, but it's still kind of like standing there.
There are 2 more after this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, no, great.
It's your turn.
Nice
Okay.
easy encounter for the first session.
Would it look like 2 hits would be wasted on this guy?
It depends. If it's one strong hit, you think might
am I
fail.
allowed to use like the long sword and the short bow with my double attack, or does it have to be the same weapon?
No, because you can't change weapons. That's
Okay.
simply.
Alright, First of all, I want to look to the plant guy, and I'm like, I
Don't
like
shit
the way
too
you
much on
flop.
my turn.
What?
You can go to the table.
I'm sorry.
No, sorry, it's fine.
I want to look to you, and I'm like, I like the way you fight, plant. Keep going. And you feel inspired.
Yay!
Bardically?
Not a bard, but yeah. Herbaceously inspired.
Herbaceously
with
inspired.
a D8.
With
a
a
D8.
Yeah, bro.
That's lit.
That is atrociously good.
And then
Thank you, kind fleshling.
I will double attack with my longsword.
Okay.
I'm going to say the word flesh as many times as I can.
Whew, I don't think any of those hit. My 13 is my highest.
Yeah, 13 hits.
Oh, just 12 hit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Again, completely naked.
Okay.
Oh god.
Well, as in no armor, so it's just their dexterity to like dodge the blow.
So that's 10 and 6.
10 and 6.
16.
How do you want to do this?
Oh. I want to cut his
Muscle.
head off.
Okay, yeah, you slice him up and then just spin around and slice the head clean off, and it just kind of twists and slides, and the body's going to fall like that.
Can I just sort of attempt it? How far away is the floating figure?
Let's say move forward a bit. So I'm going to say 80 feet.
Oh, okay. Not much chance of me just sort of golf swinging the head at him. Sorry.
Might be pushing it.
That'd be cool though.
I do want to look kind of smugly at the plant as I do this.
Okay. I mean,
Yes,
you
that looked like 4 less damage than I did. Good show.
Okay. Shame we didn't get a turn, that guy. He was going to beat everyone up. Right, Steb, it's
What a
your turn.
shame.
Well, how far away is the other one now?
Which one, floaty or walkie?
Walkie.
Walkie.
The dog goes.
60 feet, same as before. He didn't move far. He just skewered some poor bastard who was trying to not die.
Give me a sec. Oh, and I'm just going to shoot at him again. There's all else I can do. I've just got a bow. I stabbed a simpleton.
You have a dog as well. That's the kind of
Yeah,
the balance
that's true.
one.
The
You have
useful thing is the
a
dog.
dog.
So I'm just going to shoot. at the other one. 60 foot's fine, right?
Oh,
Oh, what's that?
So it's been.
Is that 9? That's a 9. Plus
the
a
die.
2.
9 plus 2
Yeah.
to hit.
So that's 11.
That's a hit, or yeah.
Yeah, 11.
Okay. No, you launch this thing and it's accurate, but as this kind of secretion has come from this person's skin, it has hardened and cracked into kind of an organic armor across their body, and your arrow just pings off of it, like completely unnoticed. You do anything else?
I'm gonna back slowly away.
Good plan.
Just whatever 20 feet or so I can manage that, I think.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. No. Oh yeah, I can move 20 feet. Yeah. So
Okay.
20 feet back. And the dog's gonna bark.
Orc. Okay.
Orc.
Right. It's the 4-armed one's turn. Noticing one of its compatriots has been felled, it kind of gets up and kind of takes in the situation as it begins to move forward. It begins to raise out a hand through which this kind of drop of this resin begins to secrete out and almost forms a javelin, which it then throws at you pretty fucking fast.
Nice.
Shit.
We've got 15 AC, alright?
15 AC, okay. You don't even get to react as this thing just goes right past your ear a couple of inches and you're like, okay. But it does miss as it kind of sinks into a pond somewhere and skewers a glowfish. This thing is going to turn and look to you and begin to move towards you. It gets to within 15 feet of you. Tetsu, it's your turn.
Just to clarify, have I been able to detect any technology whilst?
You have to use it as a spell, and that's
Even-
an action.
even
It's
though
not, it's not
it's at work?
automatic.
Okay.
You have to cast it as a spell, so you have to
Right.
activate it.
I
like
see.
turn it on.
Okay, well this guy's coming towards me pretty quick, so I am going to use Dazzling Lights.
Sure.
Is it Dazzling Lights? Is that the right? No, not Dazzling Lights.
You haven't prepared any spells, but I will let you prepare a couple right now.
Thank you very much. I'm going to.
So that's 2. Normally you can prepare up to 4.
Okay. I meant holographic blur.
Okay.
And
So do like Pokemon double team.
essentially, I don't know whether or not they have eyes or not.
You can see they have eyes.
So yeah,
This person's humanoid aside from having 4 arms and, skin that secretes
yeah.
resin.
Arc lightning and
Like entirely normal human stuff.
do I need to technology set as well?
What do you mean?
Like
So
as
no,
a
because
prep
of
head?
stuff, you've got, you always can cast detect
Okay,
technology whenever you like.
Great. Then I would like to cast holographic blur, please.
Holographic blur, okay. Does it roll anything for that? Or I think it just protects you?
Yeah, it just protects me, I think, on myself. Yeah.
Okay, so as this thing comes towards you, you seize up, you grab something and quickly twist it, and then your form kind of shimmers briefly and is kind of, as Seb says, like Double Team with Pokemon, there's kind of multiple versions of you kind of moving over each other,
Cool.
making it a little harder to hit you.
Can I attack as well, or is that me?
I think that's an action.
That's an action. Yeah.
You
that's
can
me done.
move, but
Yeah, I will. No, I'm just going to stay.
okay.
Bring him.
Behold, we have a whole army on our side.
Okay. Finally, time for this.
No thanks.
What do you mean?
No. Oh God, sorry, my phone's on. I apologise. Someone just messaged me to say that the cam's blurry. I know it's because we're using a laptop cam. We do have a proper camera, but it doesn't work right now. Okay, no, why am I rolling all of these at once? Okay, let's go with. Okay. Oh boy. And you. What's your AC?
14.
Doesn't matter. What's your AC?
15.
Doesn't matter.
Not the dog's AC.
I think I'm
What
going
is the
down.
dog's AC?
Oh no, you're not within 5 feet of me anymore, are you?
Okay.
Is this something I can cut in words?
It is an attack roll.
Is it an attack? Sorry, it's an attack on.
It's an attack on you.
Can I?
The problem is it's being cast by the floating psychic. who I don't think
So
is
I
able to
wouldn't-
hear right now.
But
Okay, that's
I
fine.
would.
Can I impose disadvantage on it with fighting style protection?
I believe that's only melee attacks.
I think it's any attack. See, yeah, when a creature you can see attacks a target other than you that is within 5 feet
Okay.
of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. Are
Can
you
the
within
dog
5 feet of her, though?
Teamwork.
Well, I presume because she ran up next to me to attack
Yeah,
with the
we're
sword.
next to
Oh
each
yeah,
other.
yeah, absolutely. Okay, fine. Okay. Stop it. You
Oh dear!
Can I
take-
still cutting
I'm not
words
going to allow
it?
you cutting words on this one because cutting words is either you advising someone being attacked or like shouting at the person attacking, and this person is blind and deaf technically. You take 9 fire damage.
I'm still alive.
Oh no,
Yes.
not fire.
You go, "Ah!" You're right, Harry.
Yeah, good.
What?
Someone says, can they see us in chat? Well, yes.
Well, now you know you can. I can't.
What are they
but,
saying?
We can't quite see the chat from where
Harry
we
can
are.
see the chat.
Harry
I
can
sort of
see
see
the
the
chat.
chat.
Harry's keeping tabs.
Anyway, sorry, my brain will get a gear in a sec. You take 9 fire damage. Yeah, this thing comes through. It doesn't blast a hole in your chainmail, but it just sears straight through it, and you just feel like kind of bad burning in your torso. Harry, you take.
My name's
Oh my
Scav.
god! Sorry, I just rolled 3 6s, so that's 18 fire damage.
Ruh-roh.
What's your health right
The
now?
first and last session.
Thanks for coming, guys.
It's like,
Really appreciate it.
well, it depends whether my health is back to the maximum.
What?
Well, I see some scribbles here.
You took damage. You took damage from the
No,
fire.
I mean
the
from a
explosion.
while ago.
We,
Your character's never taken damage.
Good. So 37 minus 18, which is
9.
19. I'm still alive.
Oh, you're doing good. You're doing good.
Unless I take extra bonus from the
Okay,
shit like
so
that.
this
That's
floating
good.
figure who's just kind of been drifting around kind of turns towards you and kind of shouts an intelligible bark, and from their mouth
Sorry.
3 black beams come and just burn into you, and Alma has a moment to go, oh, before this thing just in the head and just pops
No,
the thing like a
Alma.
firecracker in a watermelon, and just splats the ground
What an
beside
awful simile.
you. Yeah, well, fair enough. I mean, you know.
Firecracker in a watermelon.
That was
Oh,
beautiful.
nice.
I
That's
love
very
that.
evocative.
Beautiful.
Quality content.
That's Alma roasted.
That's what we paid
Rob,
him for.
That's why he earns the big bucks.
That's why we got
right,
that hot match
Dogs.
sponsorship.
It's Dog's turn.
Fantastic. He's not within range of anything, is he? They're all like 60 foot away.
Well, you killed one of them, so it's still within range of that. It can move as well. It's a dog. It can run up to 50. It can move 100 feet in a turn if it needs to.
Jesus Christ, really?
Yeah, that's by dashing though.
Well, it's going to run. It's going to do a little jump. And it's going to try and bite.
No,
at
so
the
to be
floating
clear,
one.
its movement is 50 feet, so it can move 50 and then dash with its action to move another 50.
We're going to jump halfway through the 50.
So you can't buff your movement with jumping.
Yeah, I'm not saying, but like, you know, a total of 50 feet including a jump.
That won't get it to the armored, the resin one.
Oh, I would have thought they would have. What about the floating one?
No.
Just sort of jump and just.
You'd have to dash and jump, in which case you can just kind of like, you know, flail at them and then boink.
This is fucking useless. Okay,
Okay, it's not that useless.
it's gonna command the nearest one, and it's just gonna say stop. Command's a single word, right?
Yeah. Okay. Sure. So what? You begin. Does the dog move at all? What's the range of? Look it up on your spell list. What's the range of command?
I have it here somewhere. Spell book.
It's like 60 feet.
Might be 60 feet. I don't know. It's always.
Yeah, it is 60 feet.
Okay, 60 feet. So if it moves forward a bit, it can get within range of either of them.
Numbing spells.
Harry,
It's just
tell me
gonna,
which one it's
yeah,
aiming
it's just gonna trot forwards
at. Okay.
and shout it at. Well, it's gonna mentally say it at the walking one.
Okay. Cool. 4 arms. So he makes what? Save?
Go line him up.
Doesn't actually.
Wisdom?
Saving throw. Yeah.
What's the DC?
I do not know.
It says on your dog's sheet.
Ah.
Sorry, everyone. Still, some people who are still learning the game. That's I'm not criticising. What?
No, only kidding. Some people are still learning the game.
People.
Didn't do their research before they came to this, did they?
Dog spells.
It's not a sentence I expected to hear recently. Well, it doesn't help that this is like not written as a normal like
Do you want me to
There you go.
put
There you go.
it?
It's also 13.
+5 to hit with spell attacks,
No,
but
yeah,
that's
yeah,
So it's
no,
a DC of 13.
13.
I unfortunately got a 14.
Oh, mother.
So your dog comes forward and just kind of
Useless
like,
dog.
its fur kind of bristles slightly, and then no one else can see it's got an innervation from its head, but briefly. But the 4-on-1 coming towards you kind of briefly like shakes its head, but just keeps on coming.
We good? The dog's okay?
Yeah, mark down that it's spent a spell slot, by the way.
Yeah.
It's okay though. Good news.
Right, Sweet is going to go. Alma, no!
Is Alma dead?
No, Alma's fucking dead.
Like a firecracker and a watermelon.
That was it. Yeah.
Click,
Some
clack,
light
one side.
bruising.
I'm gonna let's roll trauma for Sweet. Traumatized. Not doing anything. Tumbleheart's
Is that a
turn.
thing?
I gave a wisdom save and he failed it.
great.
I'm presumably a ways away from him. I don't know quite exactly how far away I was from Steph. How far away am I from?
I moved 20 feet.
You're 5 feet in front. You're 10 feet in front of Steph.
So that makes me 50 feet away from the nearest.
Yeah, and I think your movement's 25 feet, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a slow plant. You can throw an axe though.
I could throw an axe. Oh, should we just do it? Should we just do
Live
it?
a little, mate. Live
Yeah,
a little.
I'll, as I see it sort of approaching the now army of long-limbed blue things, fleshy person.
Multiple people in the chat want to communicate their love for Shannon.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Rather frustratingly. Yeah. Well, I know because I haven't got any compliments, alright?
I quit. Why can't it just be the Shannon?
Right, that's it. Shannon UDM. Yeah.
Can we move all the
And play
cameras?
all
Yeah, all of it's looking at you.
The rest is
This
just
is how we're going to maximise stream. Twitch views, just only Shannon. Anyway,
I have a
sorry.
feeling I would
Okay,
love
so if I
that.
go 25 feet towards the
Are they all your
walking one,
friends?
I don't know.
Yeah.
and I would like to, well, sort of, I guess, ostensibly sheath my sword, pull out an axe, and just ready up, and yeah.
I love the sound.
Okay. Yeah.
Can I throw 2 axes with extra attack?
No, I don't. Actually, I would say you can. I don't know, but I would say you
In
can.
which case, I will.
Yeah, I mean, if it was with vines, you just like, you know. Yeah, I would say you can
So
throw
I'm
2.
keeping my. Because
I'll allow it. I mean, you've
Yeah.
got enough limbs.
I count as holding the ball. Okay, I don't actually know how. Is it the same attack roll for throwing weapons?
Oh, I've not
I've
written
never,
it in.
I've never thrown. Well, I'm
Hand
plus
axe.
6 for hand axe.
Yeah, so it's strength
Same
in
as
using because
Swift.
it's a heavy throw.
16 and 22.
16 and 22. The 22 will hit. Let you notice that this
Yeah,
being's
good deal.
resinous armor only seems to grow kind of slightly thicker and tougher as time goes on.
In which case.
I don't know if you can do your swords plant ship with a thrown axe.
Can I not?
You can
Are
use
you sure?
Yeah, I think it requires sword play.
Nobody says on my
Fucking
sheet.
thing.
I think so.
You can use your inspiration.
I will allow it this
Oh, I
once,
have. No,
and
I have.
after this-
Actually, no, I have bardic inspiration, so
Okay.
I'll use that on my.
I think your swords plant techniques need a sword,
Yeah.
not an axe.
Should roll more swords, really, shouldn't
Well,
I?
I think it is melee attacks. It specifically has to. Be.
Sorry,
no, yes,
You
it's
brought an axe to a sword fight.
Which now makes it a 24.
Well, then both hit.
And then
Right,
I will
one was
do.
worth 20, wasn't it?
Sorry.
One of them was like, yeah.
It's
over
20,
20.
22 and 24.
Yeah, both hit.
Here we go.
2d6 plus 6, wasn't it?
Yep. 17 damage.
17.
Lit.
Okay, so you throw these two things, and as this guy's coming towards you, you see that 2 of them manage to shatter through this resin and just stick into him and just stay there.
Wow.
Is the guy dead?
No.
In which case, I would like to action surge and repeat.
Nice. I think this is all of your hand axes used up on
This
this.
will be all 4 hand axes.
Okay, sick. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, baby.
I've used up my inspiration. Nat 20
Very
and
nice.
a 15, so that'll be a crit.
Was that a 15 natural or?
No, 15 total.
Oh, 15 doesn't hit.
Yeah,
But
the crit will
The crit
presumably
crits,
hit.
funny enough.
So that's double dice, right?
a double dice. Yeah, well, just roll one
Double
dice and
D.
double it is
D and
better
D.
because it saves time.
Dungeons and Dragons.
If I roll a 1 now, I'll be very angry. 5, 10, 13 damage.
13 damage. Very nice.
I love the
A
image
final
of-
one just like sticks into the side of its head,
Oh,
and it's
so
sinking
cool.
in to kind of like definitely got into the skull. But this thing is.
I just want to get the image of this very clear. This plant just sort of undulated forwards, and then just out of nowhere, axes from.
Is it a wooden handle on these axes?
Yes.
Okay. Never mind.
I'm-
I'm plotting things.
Very nice.
And that is all
It's
for
Herbaceous.
us.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. How's our house looking?
Yeah.
How's our house looking, fam?
Quite good at the moment until the man comes and.
Until he's gonna fucking kill you. But I mean, I think Steb's quite beaten up, right?
Both me and the dog are
You can't heal anyone though, can you? Oh no, you've
not
got
really great.
Ho,
No,
ho.
Yeah, you've got rally, haven't you? Yeah.
Okay, well, first off, I would like to point out that I'm very freaked out by the multiple blue people. I'm not okay with that.
Okay, do you want to make a trauma roll?
No, I don't want to do that. Magic scares me.
Yeah, this is magic, unnatural and dangerous.
But I wanna shake off and I wanna be like, rally, comrades!
Seems to be a lot of other
Massively.
unnatural and dangerous things going
Well,
on at the
I mean
same
that's
time,
that's
so-
technically aesthetically, on theme for us. So you can have inspiration because you asked for it earlier.
What did you say? That
You can have inspiration because you asked for it earlier.
Well, that's basically every time that Shannon gets inspiration because you asked for it earlier.
You only get things when you ask. Everyone gets 2 hit points back.
Thank you.
Oh,
Hey, that would have
Alright,
saved
thank you.
Alma.
Does that mean I get 2 extra hit points?
Yes.
No, is it temporary hit points or is it? Hit
No,
points?
it's just hit points.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Is he
I'm
within
gonna say
range?
yes.
What's the range?
I'm
of rally?
60 foot.
Oh yeah, so actually no, you're outside of 60 feet, so you don't hear it. You just hear kind of woohoo! You're like you're too big. Yeah, as a hologram, you just kind of everything's like distorted.
More colossus at
Doesn't actually affect your hearing, I should say, but it would be fun if it did.
I'm gonna double attack with my short bow.
Oh, is it a bonus action rally? All right.
Yeah.
Nice. Who are you shooting at?
The guy that Seb was shooting at.
Okay,
Thank you.
Ooh, I think that's 1 hit. 20?
20 hits.
Yeah. 9 does not.
Does not. No. 9. It means it misses the thing, unless it's like a stone, boulder or something. But if it's under 10, it means you went wide. Basically, just let you know.
I did that on purpose. I was scaring it.
It was a
7.
7.
Olé.
Okay, and then joining these axes, an arrow just sticks in as well.
How do I want to do this?
Is he slowing down
no.
at all?
No. Christ, no.
Right.
I mean, he's basically wearing like organic plate mail.
Okay.
And
Does it look metallic of sorts?
tragically not. Sorry, man.
But Mike, the axe blade in his head, Mike.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's an axe embedded in his skull. I know what you want to do.
I know what you want to do as well.
Okay, that's the baby's done, right? It's Stev's turn.
I think it's getting heated.
He can't do shit all, Steb. He's useless.
He's good at hunting animals, he's good at navigating.
Oh,
He's got
yeah,
a
no.
dog that's very powerful.
How are my fans doing?
God.
Shannon, let's focus on the game.
It's not.
It's
We
not
don't,
about
do it,
the
we don't do it for the fans, we do it for the game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for the love of
This is
D&D.
art!
for the love of
You could
the
say
gods.
that commercial nonsense for someone else.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
For the love of the craft.
I mean, how close is the dog to the walking one?
Move closer, so it's at least within 60 feet.
God damn it.
You can say it's 50 feet if you
He
want.
can't do a bite from 60 feet, can he?
Well, you didn't specify how close it was. I'll say it's 50 feet, so it can run up and
Can't
bite.
do a bite, but not on it my turn, unfortunately.
No, not on your turn. No, it's not. It's
No,
not next
no,
to it.
but it
You
has,
can't-
a,
yeah, yeah, I know, I
it
know.
has a reaction attack.
Yeah, I mean the general idea for your character build is that you're shooting from a distance while your dog is up upon
Yeah,
them.
but it's stupid fucking dog.
He likes this dog so much. When we started out.
I've had it beaten out of me, okay? Liam made it very clear that the dog was not to be loved.
I thought it was going to be a goat.
It was going to be a goat for a bit, wasn't it?
Can we call the dog Shrek?
No, the dog's called Dog.
No.
Okay. I'm going to shoot another fucking
should.
arrow.
Well, can I just
and
say-
pace another 10 feet back?
Yeah, sure. All these in-jokes are really great for
Yeah,
viewing
people who haven't seen us.
Yeah, for those 5 people watching us. Anyway,
I'm going to shoot another arrow. I'm going to say, "Damn you, selves, soul suckers," and then walk back.
okay, and you're shooting out the forearmed
The
one. or
walking
flank
one again.
Okay,
Forearmed
give me a
one.
second.
Thank you guys. Love.
We're gonna get him.
and
We're gonna get him
respect.
nearly there, and then.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Still doesn't do very
2
much
crits and a
damage.
1.
That's actually, no, we won,
1d8
weren't we?
plus 1d8 plus 3. Do I roll twice and then add 3 once?
You
or-
roll once and then double it.
and then add 3.
And then add 3, yeah.
Okay.
And we're rolling once and doubling because it's just quicker on the stream than like
15,
finding
16,
pictures.
17.
Damage?
Yes.
Wowzers. Okay. An arrow just sticks into this thing's neck and manages to pierce through to the other side of this resin, but it does not stop.
Oh my god. I shout an insult at the dog.
30 damage to that thing last turn.
Oh, I mean, you know, action surge, extra attack is good.
Fucking hell.
Good. Anyway,
Good accent.
is that you done?
Yeah, I scream, "Damn you, four-legged cur!"
Yeah.
at the dog.
Also, you shout with cell suckers and no one else knows what
You
you're
just
talking about.
four-legged cur just accurately describes a dog.
All right.
Excuse me.
This amber man is upon you. What does your holographic thing do?
Makes a whole body becomes blurred, shifting and wavering for all who can see me. For the duration, any creature has a disadvantage on attack rolls
Right, I've
against
got to
me.
roll all of these individually.
An attacker is immune to this effect if he doesn't rely on sight.
Unfortunately, it does. What's your AC?
14.
14. Bugger. All right, miss. Hit.
How far away are you?
And miss. God damn, that holographic overlay!
Yeah, double.
Has he seen me?
I roll a 1 for damage, so that's 5 piercing damage. As this thing is just swiping through most of your holograms and manages to nick you slightly.
Okay.
Oh, god damn it. Tetsu, it's your turn.
Alright, heat metal, baby!
Can you check, is holographic overlay a concentration spell?
Yes.
Okay, you need to make a constitution saving throw because you just took damage.
Okay.
You've got to score 10 or above, or you lose concentration on the holographic overlay.
Alright, how do I... Where's
So roll a d20 and
You got it.
you add, I think, just your
Yeah, he
constitution.
got it.
I got
He's
it.
good.
Cool. Yeah, okay, you're nicked, but you hold on to the thing, it's not much damage. Right,
Great.
your turn.
I'm
So if you cast heat metal, which I believe is also concentration.
Yes, it is.
Oh, no, is it?
I think so.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm almost certain.
Yes, it is.
okay, so that will drop holographic
That's
overlay.
fine because I'm in the throes of battle now. But I have
Okay,
to ask.
I will just say, it missed you twice on some very lucky rolls for you, then. Like, it's up to you.
Alright. God, the stress of it all. It's all. Why is everything concentration?
How, is it right next to me?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Do I whip out?
Oh, by the way, it's on the other side of one of your sheets, I think.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Do I whip it out? I think I have to, don't I?
Phrase it like
Whip it out. Alright, I'm whipping it out, baby. I'm gonna do shocking grasp.
Sick. That's an attack roll you make, right?
Yes.
All right.
Comes as a surprise.
I like how at the start I was like, be careful about showing magic, guys. Like, no repercussions. Everyone's like, just get it all.
But what are these guys doing? You know?
Yeah, no, fair enough.
And
I mean,
yeah.
The dogs use very supple magic.
yeah, no one's noticed.
Being a supple dog.
Hold on. What do I add to that?
Is that a nat
Is that-
1?
No,
No.
it's a 6.
Okay.
It's a 6.
So it's your spellcasting modifier.
So that's your intelligence plus your proficiency. And I think your intelligence is plus 2, so it's
No.
plus
An
5.
11?
His intelligence is 11.
No, he got an 11.
I got 11.
11. Unfortunately,
I just
Okay.
palm him.
no, so you do put your hand upon him, and the kelp burns away as your chrome hand is revealed and lightning arcs off him, but it just kind of harmlessly bounces off of this guy's armour.
But the
That's
human
the bottom
touch affects his heart,
Yes.
and he's warmed. And
Have I given him a rheumatism or
And he
something?
goes,
A rheumatism.
I remember. I love to kill.
Oh man.
Oh no!
What was he doing before?
I remember. I used to skin children. You're like, oh no, go back to sleep.
The axe pops out of his head as his wounds begin to heal, revitalized by the memories of his sordid past.
Okay, is that Tetsu done, or do you can back away from him?
I'm gonna back
I
away.
mean, you can back away into Lucky's cave if you want. Which is where you have to stoop in all the time, and this guy's like 7 foot tall.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! I'm going back to the cave. We're going back to the cave.
He gets an attack of opportunity against you, but you're still holographically over.
Yeah, I'm still yeah.
He misses again. He swipes through one of your holograms. It just
This
kind of
guy's shit.
distorts, and you scurry straight like stupid into this cave.
Excellent stuff.
So essentially,
Like Zoidberg.
Right. Okay. At this point, it's the sidekick's turn. Or they could be all psychic. Who knows? How do I want to do this? Well, no one's actually hurt the psychic.
That's not a good.
Yeah, no, sorry, I shouldn't say that.
Do we break the cardinal rule of not killing the caster first? It's in the air, isn't it? But how high? How high in the air is it?
I will say 30 feet up.
30.
Yeah.
The dog can't jump 30 feet, can it?
Alright.
Not
I think so.
upwards. I think it can do 15 feet.
I would say if it used enhanced ability, it might be able to, but otherwise no.
Unless you give it a boost. Like if you
Or if you give me a boost. Or I could lift it up with my coil.
How high does the coil go?
10 feet.
Still not high enough.
Oh, you can be you can be like, throw me and just launch the top.
No, because the dog will
Alright,
go
sorry,
outside
excuse me,
of
I'm
the
just
stick
getting
and
a
tap.
spell list, sorry.
No, no,
and then you can just dangle off it.
The coil's only 10 feet though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
It's
no, wait,
30
yeah,
feet
wouldn't
up.
be
So the
within
dog has to
5
go
feet, would
10 feet up, then it has to jump another 20
So all we need to do is get me 10 feet up.
Alright.
Or 5 feet up.
And this conversation's happening on the battlefield whilst I'm being chased by
So if I stand on Hebabus's shoulders.
That's only 5 feet. 6.
Okay.
6.
Roughly.
Alright,
Roughly.
Okay,
It could be
so
5'7"
5
or 5'5".
given you haven't been bothering the psychic, I'm going to have it that once again space distorts and this floating figure just appears downwards, floating a couple of inches off the ground. I don't know if it seems convenient to you, but
Oh dear.
he is going to just basically, rather than reach down, body just begins to tilt sideways until a finger touches the ground and almost like a ripple as if you touch water spreads across it. And you can see that the ground begins to kind of shimmer and undulate almost as if it's a disturbed pool spreading outwards to a range of 30 feet around it.
I'm more than 30 feet away, so I'll get the wire.
Let's do some... I'm not going to bother to dice roll for wounded farmers. Those who are still alive caught in it, you begin to hear as they are slowly kind of, their bodies themselves begin to undulate within this field, and you see these things drawn off of them and drawn into this person.
It's got their souls.
You see now a 30-foot radius sphere is extended around this being within which the world has become like water, shifting and generally holding shape, whereas the only constant in it is this psychic who touches the ground sideways still.
Things glitched out.
Dog's turn.
It's going to go bite
The
the
dog
psychic.
is like fully hackled up, you know, like...
It's going to go bite the psychic.
Alright, can you give me a constitution saving throw?
What the fuck?
As the dog dives into a 30-foot field of solid matter being distorted.
Maybe it can bark at the psychic. What's my constitution? +5. Okay.
Daddy needs a new pair of
20.
shoes.
Nice.
Not natural, but...
No, okay. The dog begins to come forward and steals itself, and its body kind of just, you know, strengthens with its psychic energy. It's a bit spoilery for everyone else.
Swole dog.
Wait, what am I doing?
Swole dog.
Swole dog.
Just like the muscles on his legs, like, ripple out.
Side dog.
That's good.
That's good.
Takes 6 necrotic damage.
Are you fucking with me? It passed the check.
Yeah, but
Okay.
that means it takes half damage.
Right, yeah. I'm just going to go do a little bite.
Okay.
Green petty butt.
I'd love it if this psychic just went down and went,
Alright, give me an attack roll.
Yeah, alright. 15. Yeah, 15.
15.
Is he also naked?
No, this one is wearing a robe.
No.
Boring.
Just Hessian, but not
Take
distinct.
it off.
Charming.
Disgusting.
The dog goes to bite. 15 will hit.
So the thick doggo leaps forward, bounding on its strong legs, and it sinks its teeth in to, like, let's say, just a side.
Do you want to roll some damage then?
Yeah. How much?
It's floating, so it can't fall prone.
2d4.
But
anyways.
Thick. As in
oh!
That is 8, 9, 10.
Chop.
very nice.
I'm not.
Might it interrupt the spell?
Did it might?
Ooh.
This is one.
But it doesn't.
Fucking dog.
Okay, so your dog steels itself, dives in, manages to survive the worst of the effects, and as it goes to bite, it focuses its power, and I think only you will see this, but it's almost as if like an impossibly thin pane of glass is shattered and broken as its teeth sink into the psychic.
Cool. It's quite cool dog. I like that dog now.
You like the dog now? Right, that's the dog. Sweet, still traumatized. Tumbleheart.
I presume I'm now within reaching distance of the resiny.
You headed forward, right? Yeah, I'll say you can get up behind him. Yeah.
Yep. Nuts! As I just see you scurry into the cave.
Yeah! I will guard the cave!
Alright, give me some attack
I
rolls.
launch myself in on.
I will guard the cave.
I will guard the cave.
What a lovely guy.
Oh, nat 20 and a nat 1.
Okay.
Well, there's a polar thing for you.
Alright, give me some, roll a d8 and double it.
Oh, 11 damage.
11, very nice. Okay, you manage to just jam your sword into this guy. It does manage to puncture through his armour, and then you're like, oh shit.
Oh, I'm out of weapons.
You've got a shield. Bash him with the rim. Is that you? That's movement and
No,
attack.
fuck you.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about.
It wasn't me.
Well, yeah.
Who was it?
What did
Would
I
it
say?
be-
What
would
did I
it-
say?
Nothing.
Would
it-
Don't say it again.
Would it be feasible,
I don't get it.
Liam?
Good.
Oh.
None of us. I wish I didn't.
I feel like the Twitch chat left out of our terrible in-jokes.
No, that wasn't an in-joke.
Would it-
Pretty sure Twitch chat got.
Oh, fuck. Alright, now I feel like a fool.
Would
Sorry.
it be feasible to? I know this is sort of a slightly like weird thing, but potentially to use one of my superiority dice as sort of like a variant on the disarming strike. To essentially
Absolutely. That's very good. And I'll give you inspiration for explaining a disparaging idea. It's just like, use your disarming technique to twist it out and.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I kind of get stuck and I feel it, and then remembering my training, just
Remember your training, very Jedi. Alright.
remember my training.
Cool. Mavis.
Okay, how far away are the two evil guys?
Psychic to the ground 50 feet, and I will say resin guy is 70 feet.
And a short bow is.
If you move forward a bit, either one could be hit.
Okay, I'll go for the resin boy with my double attack. I'm gonna hit with both.
Sure.
Even if I roll a 1.
You're going to hit with both, you're telling me. Okay. It's good to be confident.
Thank you. 16 and a 20. I'll hit with both.
Is that modified or?
Modified, yeah.
20 hits, 16 doesn't.
No. What if it did though?
It doesn't, because his armour has now gotten to almost its peak.
But I'm the chat's favourite.
Doesn't matter.
Sorry for shaking the table.
That is karma.
Yes.
That what I can see right there on that 1 is called karma.
Right.
Don't anger my fans.
Stepson.
This is gonna get even more confusing because his name sounds really like my actual name.
Yes.
Stev's gonna have a little think about whether he can do anything other than shoot an arrow.
Okay, turns over.
And then he shoots another arrow.
Oh, okay.
So there's nothing else he can
Who are
do.
you shooting at?
Psychic guy now, I guess. I'll give it a
Now
go.
you can use the whole.
prettiest one.
Get your dog.
Oh, I can! I can
in
use
the
the
bunch,
dog to
yeah.
do another
Use
lesson.
the dog.
Okay,
Roll it. Yeah, what are you doing?
So I'm gonna shoot my arrow, and then the dog is. Yeah, and then the dog is going to do a little reaction bite.
Get another attack before he disintegrates, I like it.
Fuck you. So the arrow
For
is
1-1.
Yeah.
9 plus just 2, I think. Plus
Look at the
2.
front, I've figured
Oh, you
out.
got it here. Plus 8, yeah,
Plus
no, 17.
No, sorry.
And it's ludicrous AC.
You've definitely been.
His AC has been going up, that's fine.
You've been. You've
But it's fine,
definitely
because I rolled
been fucking
fine.
His
yourself
AC's
over.
been going up.
Yeah, his armour has been improving over
It's
time.
good.
Who, the second guy?
Plus
No,
six.
Resin boy.
Yeah.
Oh wait, was it the psychic you shoot at?
Yeah, I shot the psychic.
Oh, sorry, my mistake. I thought you were shooting the resident.
Sorry, I
psychic.
said the psychic.
hits.
I did say the psychic.
What has he got? Sorry, 17. You hit the
17.
psychic.
Okay.
Alright. Sorry.
How
What
do
have I
you
got? It's
how do you
a
make your
D8,
dog
I think.
attack too?
1d8 plus 3. 10.
Okay.
And then the dog's gonna keep biting the psychic.
Yeah.
So I assume it's teeth are just still in it.
Attack roll.
Try and...
Yeah, but I need an attack roll.
Very cool.
I think it's just +5 to hit. Yes, it's 11.
Okay. It doesn't hit with the 11. But your arrow launches, it just cuts through the ear, doesn't even blink.
Is that because it doesn't have eyes?
Oh, it's the main villain established in the first episode. It's only taken 20 damage.
Right, that's you done. It's Amber's turn.
Oh, God.
And your hologram is just going to turn around and try to tear you to shreds with its...
So does this, can I check prior, does this constitute a weapon, a melee weapon attack?
I will say yes. Do I need to roll these individually now?
I would prefer it just so I can choose when my reaction happens.
Okay.
How damaged does it look out of interest?
21 first hit.
21, in which case I'll use my reaction to parry to take my AC to 22.
Okay, first one.
So I now can't
Parries
riposte.
that.
You can do the rest all too.
Okay, miss with that one, god damn it, and hit with that one.
Sure?
Nice. Am I sure? You've got an AC of 17, right? Or 19?
19.
19 with your shirt, yeah, it doesn't matter, still hits. And that's 10 slashing damage.
Could be bludgeoning that, couldn't it?
No, but it is. His hand is a blade.
Ow! Okay.
Yeah, so
Getting
it's,
low.
you manage to deflect one of them and then it swipes and you kind of just squash yourself, but then the next one slices through a couple of vines.
Okay.
How's he looking?
He's quite beaten up.
Alright.
Amber boy.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, these thralls haven't done very well in this fight. Tetsu, it's your turn.
Alright. I shout to my new plant friend, stand back, my new plant friend.
I can't on this turn!
I'm heating metal, baby!
You heat that metal.
I can only heat one, can't I?
Yeah, just one piece of
I'm
metal.
heating the one in his head.
Very nice.
So yeah, what is that? That is.
It doesn't make a roll or anything, it just does damage, I think it's 2d6.
2d8.
2d8, well there you go.
Yeah. Where are they?
Yeah,
Where are these bad boys? Thank you. Right. Right. 10. And then
Don't think
plus.
it adds anything.
Doesn't add anything.
Don't add
10.
anything. 10.
10.
10. Maths. How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
I
Also, don't melt my axe, please.
don't know. I don't know. I can't promise
It doesn't need
anything.
it enough to melt it.
But I just
Steel, it's got very high melting.
so I stop the hologram as that comes.
Yeah,
in.
all your forms just gather into one.
And do I have to place a? I don't have to place a hand on it, do
You
I?
have to touch it. No, you
Don't
just
have
point
to-
the thing at it.
Yeah, so I just point my chrome hand.
Out from under the cave.
Yeah, just duck under and just go like that with not my chrome hand. My chrome hand.
Yeah, the chrome hand doesn't actually do that.
because he's around. But I just go like that right to
Sure,
to
and he
this
cringes
boy.
so hard, his head just fucking blows up.
Yeah.
Okay, no, so I will say, as you heat up the axe, yeah, this could be quite coolish. Okay, so the axe is embedded in his skull, but he's contained within a nice, hard container. So you just kind of see his kind of head trembles a bit, and then just kind of like liquid starts to seep out of his pores inside this thing, and then just kind of slowly stiffens into basically a kind of container for his liquefied brain.
That's your punishment for trying to be like light-hearted for a second, isn't it?
He killed Lucky.
Very sad, yeah.
So I think the psychic did actually.
R.I.P.
Oh, well, it's the psychic's turn now, which is great.
I'm still in the cave. Thank you.
Just back in the cave, you just come back up.
Okay, so I'm going to say that the dog's mouth doesn't hold on to the psychic, even if it failed the last one, so like this psychic armor reforms and shuts its teeth off. Okay, this area is going to gather back in, stop distorting, although you do see that some of the ground has been left kind of like really kind of almost glitched in some ways, parts have been moved around, as have some of the body parts.
Which person do you think you mean?
It's going to just kind of like twitch and slowly lift itself up to upright and begin to drift upwards again. Your
We've
dog
been
can make
asked
it.
to swear less.
Oh, sorry.
It's just one of my friends, you don't have to be.
Oh, well, no, I should swear less anyway. Can you give me an attack of opportunity from the dog?
Body now.
And that, oh,
Yeah, 'cause it's
very
drifting
nice.
away.
It's standard bite one. It's
An advantage?
frickin' dog.
Do you get advantage on
rubbish. 7 plus 5 is 12.
Doesn't do it. All right, and nice. He crit on his wisdom save. Okay, so as it drifts up, Harry, this is important to you. Actually, it's important to everyone, I guess. But you see this dark innovation kind of drift up, and suddenly leaves clear eyes, and just for a moment there is the face of a kind of terrified child looking around there, just kind of begins to grip its head and almost is trying to crack it open until they begin to kind of emit this scream that you can't really hear. It just kind of wails and grates on the side of inside of your head until the space around them just briefly, and you briefly see jungle fall, and they're gone.
Did any of us?
Well, that was horrible.
Did anyone else see that?
You pretty much all saw this.
Do I see jungle?
You don't.
Yeah.
But I will say that you briefly catch like the jungle air.
Did I recognise the child?
Give me let's get back to just regular calm swamp theme. Give me an intelligence check.
Okay. 16.
No, you've never seen this child before.
Okay.
They just look like another Cud native,
Okay.
as far as you can tell.
Is there any chance of just...
With the departure of this person, the kind of slackness comes to these two thralls they appeared with. The resident art begins to kind of like crack and crumble until they just kind of splatter to the ground in front of you.
I'll just start coiling up my axes.
I'll say this one's still a bit hot, so I'll take this one.
Yeah, you burn and die.
Yeah, I want to instantly go to Sweet and just like hold his shoulders, see if he's. I just want to say, it was like a firework and a watermelon.
Do either of those things exist in this world?
Watermelons exist.
I mean, yeah, gunpowder exists, so you could make fireworks, and there'll be some watermelon approximate, sure. Like a...
You got to think like watermelon in a place where like water is so scarce.
Yeah, that's a good
Watermelon's
point.
best fruit.
They're just melons.
Watermelon.
Salt watermelons.
Salt.
There you go.
It's like sweet and salty popcorn.
Well, don't people put salt and watermelons, so it's probably even better. Anyway, yeah, a kind of
Up rubbish.
yeah. Let's get back on track. A somber quiet
Yeah, and cheese.
comes over the group. Harry got up.
It's so salt and watermelons.
No, I've definitely seen people with salt and watermelons. Anyway, can we stop getting distracted? It's supposed to be a dour
That's
moment.
sad, sassy, guys. Sad.
Tetsu laughs.
No,
Ah, God, Lord,
Tight,
definitely was
tight.
going to be a kick.
Tight.
Right. What are you doing? I mean, this body's going to crumble between you two. He's fallen away and revealed, you know, you can now see each other.
Okay.
Sorry, go on.
This is supposed to be somber.
First question, what the bloody hell just happened? Second question, who are all of you? Third question, can anyone help? I'm hurting.
As he's asking all of
physically
these
and
questions,
emotionally.
as he's asking,
The dog will come up and just kind of briefly boop its snoot on you.
The somber scene gets more and more somber by the moment.
I'd already got killed, baby.
Yeah.
And Sam just laughing hysterically. You do regain only, what's its spellcasting modifier?
It's +5.
Yeah, it's
It's
+5.
So,
Sorry, what's the spellcasting modifier?
It just uses wisdom and that's
Wisdom.
+5. Yeah.
+2, +5.
Okay, so it's you gain 4 hit points only. Sorry, you use 1 cure wound, so that's.
But
that's
I
plus
do.
5.
I feel endeared towards the dog.
So do spend the first level spell slot. Right?
Alright.
somebody asked on the chat
God.
if the dog is friend or foe. And
Who knows?
I'll leave that.
Dog's a
Harry.
friend. Dog's a friend.
A friend.
For now.
Mm-hmm.
As he's asking these questions, I walk past him with my eyes set on Lucky and
Okay.
don't.
So going
answer
past,
him.
you do see that one of his 4 eyes is not regular, kind of iron grey. One of them is just a pure, milky, opalescent orb.
I mean, presumably, if you walk past me, see his chrome hand.
You do.
What sort of sense?
Beautiful fluted chrome. You can tell that his hand is eater works rather than flesh and bone.
Can I,
not just
as
flesh,
walking,
but
can I
heresy as well.
You get your spare kelp
Yeah.
bandage out and wrap
which
it up
I always
again.
keep on me.
Sure.
One can never be too certain. And I kneel down and I put my hand on Lucky and just shut my eyes for a bit.
I'll uncoil my coil and gently lay it on his shoulder, but from 10 feet away.
Like our reassuring pattern, you look down, he's like weirdly far away. Lucky just lies there. He doesn't go, oh, I had a terrible dream.
That's sad.
No, he's just there. His wheelchair's kind of fallen to the side and broken somewhat.
That's so sad. Just a single tear rolls down out of my bottom right eye.
Okay.
Is that under an eye patch?
No,
You
I
took it
took the eye patch off.
Oh. I see.
Yeah. I'm just mourning for the moment.
Okay. What is everyone else doing?
I'm still sort of
I mean,
waiting.
Sweet is like,
I'm just kind of holding him to me and looking over at Stev like,
Isn't I honestly it's somewhat strange introduction to you all, but considering you didn't try to kill me just then, anyone have any idea what's happening? I was just sent down to spar with well that sort of like mess of a fleshling on the floor over there.
I want to look at Sam's character and be like, he knows.
You know.
I'm not paying attention to anyone. I'm just.
Just got to make them figure that.
I saw them stealing souls.
What?
They were stealing souls out of people. I saw it.
I wouldn't
Oh,
listen
God.
to Stev.
Do I know?
That's horrible.
do you know what?
What she thinks I know.
I don't know what she thinks you know.
So how am I supposed to know whether she thinks, what she thinks I know, whether I know?
All I know is that Lucky was very scared and knew what was going on, and that he was Lucky's little buddy.
Oh, Lucky's big buddy.
Little buddy. Yeah, I mean, you're one of the taller races, so
Yeah.
anyway, right.
I am
I mean, you can give me an intelligence check if you want.
Why not?
Just roll that out intelligence.
Liam's cam is so wobbly. Every
I
time
know.
Misery
Such is
inducing,
life.
isn't it?
So just 13.
13. I mean, you don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
You've heard of esper bandits sometimes raiding places, but they're usually not just wholesale slaughter. They
Yeah.
usually, use their powers to take shit.
Take money, yeah.
These people just seem to show up and just mass murder for no rhyme or reason.
Yeah.
And then one of them left.
Have I ever seen or heard of anything like this?
I mean, you'll have heard of the similar, esper banditry,
Oh.
but you can give me a history check if you want.
Would it as a creature that takes in water, like kind of no, never mind.
No, I don't. Keep going. I was interested. What do you?
I was wondering if like there would be any opportunity to sort of, I guess, deduce what was going on, because I can't really see it in the same way that everyone else could, but with the sort of.
Okay. I mean,
Because I guess I'd just have like a.
I guess give me a perception check.
What was I going to roll before?
I'm gonna roll intelligence to see if you knew about this. Like,
I'll roll a 6.
no, I mean these are just regular corpses to you, so far as you're aware.
Oh, corpses.
I mean they're everything's a little bit wobbly, but
Wobbly regular corpses.
yeah. And then give me an intelligence check.
20, not natural.
20. Okay. So you have heard of esper banditry that, through some terrible practice could draw power through murder, essentially. By killing people, they grew stronger. That may be this, someone who has that ability and has gone truly mad with it, perhaps. Beyond that, you wouldn't be able to. Sam, it's fine if you make noise. Beyond that, I don't think anything particular would stand out to you.
Okay.
Can I examine one of the bodies and see if it's the same kind of state that the pig's bodies were in? Like one of the farmers?
Yeah, they're not.
What do they look like?
You take your pick, because some of them have been essentially turned into kind of like, a moth-eaten quilt by shrapnel, and some of them have just, been punctured somewhere and bled to death. So, it's a real whole smorgasbord
So the ones that have been like
of viscera.
They just look.
Sorry?
So the ones that have been like.
You don't know what the fuck Stev's talking about. So far as you're aware, these are just regular people who died through, psychic means, but have just died a regular death.
Okay.
I mean, you can believe Stev if you want, but it
No,
sounds
I
like
do
lunatic.
not want to
wouldn't trust
believe
him.
so.
Can I check Lucky's body for anything else that might have been. I imagine what he gave me during the fight was probably the most important thing.
Already looted.
Yeah, well, he has a satchel that he was taking with him as well. You can search.
Yeah. Can I just take the satchel? Or I can search it.
Yeah, you can just take it, or you can search it. Up to you.
I'll take it.
Okay, cool.
And pick Lucky up and take him back to his cave.
Aww.
Okay.
And lie him on the
Reed bed.
The reed bed.
Yeah.
Pull something over him.
Can I head back over to the corpse of Ulu?
Yeah, sure.
And what's her axe made out of?
Bronze.
Okay.
And it's a great axe, two-handed. It's not something you can throw.
No, I know. I don't have a two-handed axe.
You can't carry that much. I mean, you haven't got.
You're already carrying two
I'm
axes.
also only like a
You're carrying
bar.
far more weight than anyone else here, pretty much.
No, I was just thinking I might take something to bring back to Futhu to.
Futha.
Futha. Sorry, Ulu and Futha.
Fufu is his
Fufu
pet
is-
name, his friends only.
Fufu, just to say, like, you know, it wasn't me.
Shaggy.
You notice in the hollow of the neck a bullet thrown by you and ricocheted. No. Okay. Right. You're doing that.
Not me. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Okay. You're consoling Sweet, aren't you? He is consoled.
Oh, nice. I did a good job, guys.
I have processed my. No. He gets up, face, with tears, and kind of looks over to the head you've severed. Goes, I think this is. I mean, it doesn't make any. This is a tube.
Sorry?
We went looking for it. This is a tube. The
The
big one.
farmer. Oh, shit.
What?
He was a great warrior before he was a pig farmer, right? But not this.
I heard he was strong, yes, but I didn't hear he would, could shrug off blows that would kill a normal man.
Could I just coil back the corpse of the other one? Just... Do you recognise this one?
You drag it. All that's very heavy, gives 7 foot tall, 4
It
arms.
takes an excruciatingly long
And
time.
also he's covered in, harsh resin, so it's grinding against the stones. Pull it over, yeah.
Isn't his head soup?
And also, well, no, he's inside his head is soup.
Okay.
Do you recognise
You could,
this?
and with the axe.
That
can't
is-
you?
Well,
Fucking
water is
disgusting.
precious, so
Yeah,
I'd
no.
say so, yeah.
Do you recognise this soupy man?
Don't recognize this person.
And they're like,
Dragging back.
all the way up.
Plant people.
Can't live with them.
Listen, I'm going to go and see the Einod about this.
I nod.
Oh, it's actually Enod.
That's all we got time for today, guys.
Thanks for tuning in.
next time.
I think we should take. Listen. Seems like fate wants us to stay together for the moment.
All right, come on.
I'm sorry. I'm going to take this axe back to Futha and explain what happened. I'm going to see Enod anyway.
Do I know?
Yeah, you will know. You will know this land. I mean, luckily I taught you this land.
If you are
Well, like
wanting
Water Baron
protection and to accompany me, I will offer you what I can on the way over.
I nod and Enod. Sorry.
I walk up to the plant creature after covering Lucky and I said, I'll join you.
Excellent.
You can join us.
Well, I'm going in the same direction, so
I am. Will someone carry this axe? I'm carrying an awful lot.
Are you carrying the bronze axe as well?
Yes.
Dog, we got a stick for you.
And I'll just.
Okay, I guess the dog runs up and.
No, the dog can give it a go. Yeah, it can try and do that.
Well, to be fair, you can't throw a bronze great axe very far, so it's like. And the dog
What is
just
it?
comes and picks
What is it?
up.
Athletics?
I'd just say just strength.
Oh.
Crit
Natural
fail.
one.
Yeah, you. Okay, so you try to throw it and you basically just like flip it over. And it just like on the dog's head.
The dog is going to walk up to the axe and look you dead in the eye, just deeply unimpressed with your pathetic skills and just like...
Doesn't have any eyes, mate.
The dog has...
But he doesn't.
It's got an eye area.
It really doesn't.
The bit where the speaking bit comes out, it looks the same distance above
mouth,
that
the
that
eye,
there
the same.
would be from an eye to a mouth on a normal human. And the dog's going to pick it up and just go, and then sort of bark scornfully through its mouthful of axe.
Right.
I don't think your dog likes me.
Would it be ridiculous for me to try and carry this body of the guy that Sweet recognised with us? Would that be like too
You can
heavy?
carry his head. I mean, you conveniently severed
Oh, I
it
did
off.
do that. All right, I'll take the head.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You grab him by his, his tufts of
I just...
greying hair.
Ew.
Why would you start it in this? Why would you just escape? You just escaped from that.
Oh god, Shannon, why do you keep up this necrophilia thing in your characters?
Just come.
No, we're definitely not going to get monetized.
Okay, you begin to head your way back to Chopper and then on to Red Rock, I assume.
Yeah,
You make your way.
Catch up with Futha.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much on the way there, Futha
Well,
and a
that's
few
really nasty.
Joplin farmers with their vine reapers in their hands begin to kind of come down the pathway, and you see both of his revolvers are drawn.
I'll just like kind of tap the dog. Just gonna, yeah.
What the hell happened?
Give me the axe.
You're just going to have the
He's
dog.
not going to let
fight
go of
each
the
other.
axe.
This crowd is kind of coming towards you when you know what happened.
I will raise one vine. Futha, something terrible has happened.
Did you do this?
No. No. I didn't. I
We
went.
heard a great noise from a distance. Why?
Look, it's very hard for me to tell. I don't have eyes. But it's like
Can
I was fighting Ulu as you asked. We just sort of finished. She did surprisingly well, and then fire, and then weird things that we killed, and it smelled like a jungle for a second, and then someone else might be better placed to explain this properly.
Kind of looks at the rest of you expectantly.
We were sent by Einod to investigate the pig farm. We found a lot more. This guy tried to kill us. 2 other people.
Hey, that's a 2. You cut off his fucking head.
He did a lot more to other people.
Well, yes. He was sort of trying to kill everybody. Well, actually, more accurately, he ran very fast at us.
What if he
might
was
not
just
have
trying to run away?
He was like, help me!
We pushed him. And there was this 4-armed person, fleshling thing. I don't know, you all look the same.
This sounds really complex. This is.
It was the soul suckers. Ask my dog, it can explain.
What voice was that?
I wouldn't trust this dog.
Listen, sir, I arrested you for vagrancy once, I'll do it again. You back the fuck up.
Ask the dog knows. Dog drops the,
Listen.
Thank
and
you.
looks
Thanks,
up
Harry.
directly. Sorry.
He gives you a big sharp shove backwards and you kind of stumble back.
I will say easy.
He's going to take Ulu off your hands and put off in his own.
I don't have the whole of Ulu, I just have the axe.
What the fuck? So you left Ulu's body?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I thought one of you were carrying him.
No, just the axe. I was like...
Okay, he just kind of like, slightly in a haze, just kind of shoves past you and starts heading down to Shem.
Futha, I need to see Einod. That was the deal. And I'll flick him back his... I don't know how one does that.
Nice.
I have an audience with Einod. You can come with us.
Oh, she said.
I'm sorry for your loss.
He just walks off, and the rest of the townspeople kind of begin to creep their way towards Shem as well to see what the heck has happened. So, coming through to Chopper in the shadow of Red Rock, rises sharply from the marsh soil. You see that great steps have been hewn into the stone from the kind of passageway up, at the very top of which you can kind of peek the upper lip of a carved gateway. You notice that there's a kind of a smattering of guards dotting its top, some of them occasionally kind of peeking over nervously at you, but not currently doing anything. one of them will bark down. Habimus, what has happened?
A whole lot.
We've relayed the news to Enod. You should come in immediately.
We go in immediately.
Okay, you head in immediately. You come up these steps, coming up to the kind of plateau at top. You see a number of these guards are kind of clustered at one kind of rim to stare across, and you can kind of see a fairly good view of the just faintly smouldering kind of ruins of Shem, somewhat obscured by mangroves around it, but you can see that there's been some kind of disaster there. You notice one curious one sits apart from the group, seemingly somewhat disinterested, just kind of sits there, shrouded in some kind of like Hessian cape, and you do notice some large, strange combination of metal and wood. Perhaps reminds you slightly of Futher's guns. I'm not quite sure what it does though. He just kind of warily regards you under his hat, doesn't say anything as you
Blind?
go aside. You can't tell.
Blind?
Doesn't look blind. I mean, you can see under his hat. He kind of peeks at you and just kind of goes on to looking ahead.
Can I just put my eye patch back on?
Sure, fastened it around.
Right. That's a while ago.
Right. 1 second. Okay. So, the doors to this place, seemingly on their own, begin to open, and a single downwards passageway leads you into an area where there is essentially a platform over which is a well you can't see the bottom of. Coming to the edge of it, there's no railing, all you can just see is darkness down there. A hole somewhere in the ceiling is the only illumination here. And across from you, on a raised platform in front of an open gateway, sits Enod. Old, she's with her position has come health most can't afford. She is perhaps in her late 40s, which is getting close to venerable. She has quite a few kind of cosmetic effects on her. Her earlobes have been stretched out by oval wooden discs that you see have carvings bearing Carthax upon them. She also has a ring of gold pierced in both her nostril and her ear. A hole in the bottom of one of these wooden ovals is said, between which is a golden chain. And blue face paint has been used as kind of rather gaudy makeup.
Do I find that offensive?
Up to you. She just kind of sits there amongst a few kind of pillows, a rather kind of withdrawn, furtive looking figure, person perhaps in their 30s, rail thin, kind of sits beside her, kneeling, kind of just staring at nothing, seems to be kind of lost in thought. And she kind of briefly taps her pipe, kind of leans over and just kind of massage her chin.
I like to kneel down in front of her. Well, not directly in front of her, but like far away.
Sure. I mean, yeah, you're on a platform and then
Yeah.
there's just an expanse with this
Okay.
well, and then she's up there. You're not quite sure how anyone gets around this place because seemingly you've come down a single passage to this thing.
Just into the well.
Just dive in.
And then end up on the first
You notice that Hababus sits down into a kneeling position. What do the rest of you do? I mean, you recognise some, you recognise formality.
Yeah.
You notice that everyone else was doing this around Enod. You can't really kneel.
No.
You can squash yourself.
I knew.
Not to a fleshling, probably.
Very proud.
I just sort of sit, as does the dog.
Cross-legged, the dog just.
Yeah.
Sure.
I look up and I say, I have unfortunate news to bring you of the pig farmer and a whole lot of other people.
Yes, I'm not concerned with the pig farmer. I've heard troubling things about Shem.
It's been a bit of a tragedy.
Well, let us share water first and then we can talk.
Oh, lovely.
From behind you, you're not sure from where, a servitor comes out and places 4 small wooden bowls in front of you, into which, with a jug, they pour a small amount of water, which they put down the sides, and then they held out a wooden bowl and say, "What water do you have to offer?" You understand this is a water ritual. This is a very standard practice of kind of showing respect, breaking bread essentially. You should offer some water as they offered theirs. You all have had some water upon you.
I have a.
I mean, it's not listed in your inventory, but you have water on you, you know, as everyone does.
I pour what would be the normal respectable amount.
Sure.
I do the same.
I put less than was put into the bowl from the other person, but only a little bit.
Okay.
I will put roughly the same amount.
Okay. This person withdraws, and a few minutes later they come through behind Enod and place the bottle of water in front of them, which she picks up and kind of cheers and very slowly drinks, and she pretty much does not blink as she just kind of looks at all of you as you drink likewise.
Just sort of pour it into my urn.
I will say I've never seen a plant drink before.
Well, you know, it's more of a private affair for us, to be honest.
Fair enough.
It's been a great loss of life.
So I have heard.
And some fire.
Yeah.
And a lot of things I can't explain that kind of scared me.
I see. Well, perhaps we have some time. Share water. We will talk.
You know,
If what has happened, if what I think has happened, then I think it will have some work for those of you who can prove themselves. Habebas seemed to skill with a sword. How did this one fare?
Dog was shit. I did well.
Did you say this out loud?
Yeah.
Is this true?
They were both fine. They were capable.
Strong enough to fight or not?
I rolled 2 natural 20s.
Yeah.
And who are these two? You perhaps are the person who's been staying with Lucky.
Oh, so you know.
I have to keep eyes and ears around.
Well, Lucky's dead. And I want to get to the bottom of it. So I'll be going with her.
I can offer you vengeance for pay.
Best kind of vengeance.
That is the best kind of vengeance.
Monetized vengeance.
And you?
I hear tell you've got a swordsman staying with you. Blind, apparently. I've come to record their techniques.
I imagine this would take some time and study.
That is the
And I do
idea.
not just host anyone in my halls, but someone who has earned my respect through doing a great service to me. Perhaps I would spare them the time.
It seems more than reasonable to me.
He's an able fighter.
I would
We'd be
say.
happy to have them with us. Have them with us.
Launched.
Have them?
2 X's.
Zem.
It was pretty good.
Sam.
Sam.
I've been referring to myself as him.
You don't have fleshling bits.
Me.
You demean yourself. Do you have any kind of idea where this esper bandit has gone?
Into the jungle.
Do I have any idea of where this esper bandit's gone?
The jungle? I mean, you assume cut, but there may be other jungles. You
I
don't.
smell jungle.
You have a dog. Is your dog capable of following the scent?
Maybe. But, you said you'd introduce me to a clever person.
Tragically, the clever person I would introduce you to is dead, apparently.
You've got to be joking. That wasn't the clever person in the chair.
I don't know if it's chair you're talking about, but yes,
The
Lucky
wheelchair. The chair with wheels.
Lucky is a valuable wizard who has done a great service for me.
Was valuable.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you. Could you tell me what's in the contents of this satchel
You could open it.
as I open it?
Are you asking me as a DM or me as Enod?
I'm asking Enod.
I don't know. It's outside of the sun.
That's
No,
fine.
I have
I'll look at
questions.
it. I'll peruse it myself first. That was a silly question to ask. But don't you worry.
Listen, I don't need esper banditry happening on my lands, and one, this heinous needs to be dealt with quickly. I am prepared to offer some a very valuable 60 obols per head. That is 60 days of water. That's a lot.
Sounds good, but just to be clear, banditry. This person didn't take anything from the town.
They took lives. That is banditry.
Well, yes, but presumably.
I do not care for the distinction. I want their head. It is as simple as that.
Whose head do you want?
Might I?
The esper.
I assume it is an esper. You hear destruction of a village of this scale, it is not anything but an esper.
What if this esper's a child?
I don't care. You're not a child if you've taken a life.
Might I request that if this is going to take some time, I meet with your swordsman as we go, so I can record things.
He's
And
free to come and
learn.
go as he pleases.
Is he here now?
Yes?
Might I meet with him?
No.
Might I meet with him in the near future?
Potentially.
I'm saying I just want what I need to ensure myself of, as I've only heard tales,
Can't do it this time.
is that this is someone whose skill and technique is worth recording. You understand?
I was thinking about arranging a meeting between you two, but you either are taking this job or not.
Provided they are skilled enough and interesting enough to be worth recording, then absolutely. If you can vouch them of that, then I'm more than happy to give you my word to take the job.
Okay. I will say at this point, by the way, you're not well off particularly. I mean, you do need to either like root down for like a year or like get water.
Yeah.
Okay, just to make sure you understand your position.
Yeah, just trying to get a sneaky little meeting.
No, I know. Give me a persuasion check.
I don't know.
18.
18. Okay. I will give you some thought.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
But if you want this work, you need to go find this person.
We will.
Might I rest up for a night beforehand?
You can find your own rest.
Oh,
A baby's feel free to stay here if you wish.
I'd appreciate if my companions could stay too.
Persuasion check.
Okie dokie. 18.
18.
Not yet.
Very well.
Yeah.
As long as I have your word on the water ritual that you will pursue this esper.
You have my word.
Their head and nothing less. I want this to be clear.
What about more? We deliver the whole body.
I have no interest in the whole body. I want
Okay.
proof of death, that is all.
Reasonable.
Very well, we shall have some rooms made.
Would possession be a thing we knew about, or would that not?
Possession.
Yeah, like,
Give me just a basic intelligence check.
okay. 15.
So you've heard tales that psychics can puppet other people,
Mm.
but you don't know any of the nuances of it.
Okay. Would I know enough to tell Einod, I think your farmer was innocent and was perhaps being controlled by the esper, and if you could get word
You haven't
to-
actually presented it to his head at any point.
Oh, by the way.
That isn't true. Is this what happened to him? Why he hasn't spoken to us?
I believe he was being controlled by forces greater than him.
And you beheaded him.
I had to.
Very well.
Be fair, he did run at us very fast.
With malice.
But if you could get word to his family that I think he was innocent in all of this.
He had no family, but I did trust him as an ally.
No family, it's all
So you
right.
believe he was
Except
controlled
for
by
the
this?
orphan ducklings, he saved.
Then I am doubly wounded by this esper.
Not as wounded as.
That is in poor taste. Rules will be made for you. You can stay here for the night, but I expect you to begin heading out tomorrow morning at the latest. Are we clear?
We are clear.
Reasonable.
What would an appropriate address for her be?
You just say, you can call it Einod if you want, or,
Yeah, but like
you
if I
know.
want to suck up a bit.
You know,
Oh, my dearest Baron Einod, oh, you know, please. Your gift, your drops of water are like manna from heaven.
you know.
Pretty good.
Oh, you say that? Or,
No,
or
I say-
you're just nodding, like.
No, I say, kindest Einod, your grace knows no bounds. Thank you for your hospitality.
It's not hospitality. I need you to kill someone for me.
Then I tried. Okay.
Very well.
I look forward to meeting yours,
I'll
Lord.
pass the tray.
We will see if he wants to meet with you. Now gone. I will prepare rooms for you. And I think we will end the first session there.
Woo!
Olé!
We did it with only minor technical difficulties.
If anyone's still watching, we will hopefully have the rest of us. We do have another microphone and a camera that are offline, hence why I've looked so awful.
How many people watch?
You right?
Yeah, just wondering how many people
are
watch.
Let's check out. Let's check
That was
out.
like 12.
Oh, so many!
Wow!
It
By
got
the
to- it
end
got
of
to
the
double
session,
digits.
it got to
D&D.
21.
On the screen, or everyone who's still listening, thank you very much.
Thank you.
What are we on right now?
Hold on. I need to do like, you know,
You need to
next
sign
time
up.
on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, that's good.
Will the heroes be able to find the esper? Will Tetsu get revenge for Lucky? Find out next time. Okay. Harry.
Close the stream!
Oh, yeah, go turn it off.
Bye, thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
See you next
Bye.
time. Next time.
See ya.